Okay.
Do you know what I've been checking back into recently?
What?
I'm a Dome Keeper.
Excuse me?
Ooh. Did they do an
I was
update?
to Lucas. Well, I'm not sure when the last time you played it was. I've not played it since we last spoke about it, like probably 2.5 years ago. Quite a lot's changed, yeah. There's quite a lot of new stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out too.
I enjoyed that. Yeah, it's a good game.
It's a fun game. Unironically, it's very fun. I've been playing an idle game called Idle Slayer. It's on the phone and it's on Steam, so I'm able to like play on my.
Is it idle slayer as in slaying like pop idols or slaying low amount of time?
It's like slaying low amount of time, kind of.
Okay.
So like you can just like turn it on and then it does it in the background.
Got it.
But it's on.
It's not an idle.
No, I'm not
game
going and
around
murdering idols. No, that would be sick though. So yeah, I've just been kind of playing that in the background.
Nice. Yeah, I've been doing Silk Song almost at the end of that now. Hades 2 just came out as well, so gonna be picking that up soon.
I just finished a Zerglings only run of StarCraft 2 on brutal difficulty. Only making Zerglings, no other units. If you start with any spine crawlers, you got to kill them. Got to kill any other units you spawn with. Can't use any of Kerrigan's abilities. You can only use spore crawlers for defense, not offense. And you know what? It's hard to do with just Zerglings.
Oh, really?
Some of those
I
missions
can't believe
hard.
you can do it with just Zerglings.
Well, there's some maps where like you know it's just Kerrigan on the map, or like you don't have access to Zerglings, so you skip the ones that you can't make the Zerglings. But on every other one, it's fucking.
Are you allowed
rough.
to use overlords for drops?
You know what? There's no overlord transport in StarCraft 2, in the Zerg campaign. They're not detectors, and they don't transport troops.
That's weird.
I know. It's really weird. I was expecting to do Doom drops of overlords. Can't fucking load them with anything.
That's strange.
Yeah.
Is there no missions where you like have to use like air units or drops? No, there's not. Okay.
There's one mission where like Dahaka shows up and he like shows up on the left side, and then later he shows up on the right side. You got to do like a little side mission while you have a main base with Zerglings, but you can't get your Zerglings to either side. So you kind of have to like use Dahaka and whatever forces he starts with, like do these side objectives while you do the main objective with the Zerglings. That's the only one that's a little awkward. But every other one is just a straight up Zergling attack. And some of those missions are fucking hard. Yeah.
Nice. Well, you should, the dude on YouTube that does this,
Giant
Grind Games, has just retired from StarCraft 2 now.
Oh, has he?
So maybe
he's the one who's inspired me to do
maybe you could take his mantle.
Oh.
Yeah. I assume he's done that though, has he, before?
Yeah, that's why I was inspired to do Zerglings only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But doesn't he do one where he doesn't lose a single Zergling?
He also does Deathless, where you don't lose a single unit throughout the entire campaign. He doesn't do it on brutal. He does them on normal difficulty, but still.
I did watch that video, but look, like thinking back to it now, I can't recall how it was possible.
Can you imagine doing all in the last Terran mission without losing a single Marine?
I actually can't. No, it's insane. That
it's insane.
Because Carrion will come up and just like use a little storm ability and kill everything.
Yeah.
The lore behind that would be insane. Like the Zerg would be like an unstoppable force that not even a single one dies. Like that's crazy.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Anyway,
all right.
Let's do some Hardly Heroes. Where last we left our party, you had done some stuff in Tassel. You'd gone down there. You'd talked to some gangs. You'd sorted out some things. You'd come back, reported all of your details, and then there was a murder when you got back to Cauldron. A murder has happened, and we're going to investigate it. But before we get to the investigation of the murder, we have some bookkeeping to do. Yes, we've got a couple of things we need to talk about. One logistical thing and one story vibe thing that I want your feedback on. I'm not, it can go either way, but I want to be able to set a direction that we're all comfortable with. So let's get some nice chill music while we chat. All right. First things first. Money. Party, you haven't been paid yet. You had to pay. It's March. You get paid. You have jobs. You make money.
Sweet.
We just got
pay our
paid?
expenses as well, though, no?
You're gonna get paid, and we need to have a conversation about finances because we had generally talked. I think at the very beginning of all of this reset, this second book or whatever, we talked about how much you guys wanted to save and how much you wanted to spend. And I love the idea of the party being like, well, we only want to spend this amount of money out of, we only want to spend X out of Y. But I also love the idea of you're maybe not the most bookkeepish, studious folks. Like, you might intend to only spend half your money, but, not everyone's always great with money. Things happen. People spend too much. And I want to introduce some sort of you're used to a fancy, rich lifestyle, and you're having a hard time trying to rein your spending down mechanic. I want to do some sort of possible overflows in spending.
I'm going to say, though, right, there's a certain element of, not having the opportunity to spend the money like we did before. Because Pigeon must have spent, about 100 gold a month just in tips at the fucking Rusty's Hook. So, I doubt he's doing that here.
Totally. Yeah, we're not going to be doing the same thing as before where we're spending 100 gold a character a month.
I wish.
That would be nice.
Yeah, definitely.
I do believe... Where are the notes on what you're getting paid? I think Luther
I'm on
was
50
making
a month.
50 and Pigeon was making 25 was what I recall.
That's right.
Okay. It is. So, how much do we actually end up spending over the course of the month? Let's do a quick top down. What are your incomes? Are going to be the money you make plus whatever side money you find along your way.
Find, nice, yeah. Well, we've not got housing costs, right? Presumably we've been given a house in town.
Well, even if you own a house, you might still have to pay council tax or land tax. There's going to be some amount of money that you have to pay. You've been given appropriate lodging, but it's not necessarily totally free, and there's also repairs that are going to happen, right? Now we can either
we have to pay that.
Of course. I think I would like repairs to be sort of like a random thing that pops up rather than a small fee. I would like to be able to say, hey, you guys come home and a tree fell on your house. Now you need to pay 700 gold to get it fixed or something. That sounds like a fun crisis for you guys to solve or whatever. So let's not worry about that, but let's do some losses. There's going to be just
Party's
land
got
tax.
So much money. Oh, look, a tree fell on your house. What a surprise.
Your regular spending, which we can do as in a lifestyle, tools, repairs, and that's probably pretty much all we got here. So our income is currently sitting at 75 gold a month between the two of you. I think your land taxes or rent or whatever it is that you've got to, upkeep on this house is probably not a lot. Lord Shacklebrook is trying to undertax the locals to kind of kickstart the economy a little bit out here. So he's really not asking that much from anyone, but I still think you're going to have to pay a certain amount, probably a gold a month. Just in land taxes or some shit.
You can afford that.
Yeah. Now, what about your daily lifestyle? What class of life do you want to live? Do you want to be, penny pinching all the time and eating cheap things, or are you enjoying your life?
I don't know. I don't feel like we're cooking ourselves very often, are we?
I don't think you're ever cooking.
No, we're eating out every night.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you're probably living a better lifestyle than most people, most villagers by far.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
But not extravagant, it's probably just whatever the pub's serving that night is where we eat.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just take a quick look at some real world analogs here. You're probably spending, I would say what? A gold a day to eat then? 10 silver a day?
Seems a
Maybe
lot to
between
me.
both of us.
Yeah,
I think if
between
that
both of
includes-
you.
Okay.
And that includes drinks as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because a drink is like 5 to 10 copper, depending on what you're getting, right? And a meal can
Yeah.
easily be 2 or 3 silver. So if you each eat, let's say 2 meals a day, that's 2, 4, 6, 8 silver plus some drinks plus some snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
I think we can
Yeah.
agree on that. 10
Okay.
silver.
So let's say 1 per day comes out to about 30 a month. And then repairs of your clothes and your equipment and everything is probably also in the ballpark of like.
Can we not
1
get that
gold a
fixed
month.
at the keep though?
Well, someone's
also
going to have to
sharpened
pay
and
for
stuff.
these things, you know?
It's not servants that do that at the keep, no?
No.
Okay.
I
think
but
the
like
other
you'll
thing is with
you'll
the-
sharpen your own sword, and but like when your
Yeah.
clothes get torn, you'll have to get them repaired, right? When your shoes break, you got to get them fixed.
I think a bigger one is going to be food for the horse.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably going to cost something.
Yeah.
Horses cost money.
Horses cost money. They're like cars, you know. You don't just have it and then it's free. I have a monthly upkeep for a riding horse as 9 gold. A month.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Can we not steal some hay from the keep?
Your horse eats in the stable. Otherwise, you'd be
9
parking your
gold
horse.
a month.
Yeah, 900
Okay.
copper a month to
Well, what are you
upkeep a
gonna do?
horse.
I mean, we gotta pay it.
It's
We can't starve the horse.
Nick, do you even need a fucking horse?
Don't come for my horse, mate, just because you're jealous.
But
that-
genuinely, I don't have a
a
horse.
I need a horse. Yeah, I need a horse. It's part of the job. It's the job
God.
description. It's the uniform. It's the stature.
Mm-hmm.
You would understand. You're just a detective. Okay.
Yeah, I don't
Sheriff
need a
needs
horse.
Okay,
Okay,
and then like
sheriff's gonna have a horse.
miscellaneous tools and goods. You know, you need an extra set of manacles. You buy a little bit of rope here. Just like random spending costs that we want to hand wave and not like nickel and dime you guys over. Which is probably not going to be a lot, but maybe like what 3-4 gold a month and just like miscellaneous shit that we want to ignore.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So 4 per month. So I am seeing I'm seeing 35 a month in expenditures, which is
Seems like
you're
it should be more than
making
that.
70.
Given the horse was 9 and food was 30.
You're right. I
that's
absolutely did
35.
my math wrong here. That's 45 a month,
Okay. Yeah.
which also feels a little low. That means you're saving.
Let's just call it
30.
50. Fuck it.
Okay. Well, we're going to call it 50. I'm just going to bump up some of these rather than just do some rounding. So instead of 1 gold per day in lifestyle, let's say it's like 1.2 gold per day, you know, 36 a month. And then we'll do 5 on tools. And then we'll do like 2 on miscellaneous repairs for everything.
Now the question is, are we splitting our costs 50-50?
Well, that's the next question. Yeah.
Or are we, because I think I should get 16 and you should get 9. I think that's fair, you know?
What do you mean?
Well, because I get paid twice as much as you, so, you know.
Yeah, but it's your horse.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm still paying a larger percentage of the expenses there, aren't I?
You get 15, I get 10.
If we split the expenses 50-50, you can't even afford to live.
You get 15, I get 10.
Okay, 15 and 10.
That's
fine.
fair.
That's fair. Okay, I'm taking 50 gold.
Well,
All right, I'll take 10.
I mean, technically, the land tax should be paid by Luther, and the horse should be paid by Luther. So that's 10 for Luther. The
Food split
tool-
50-50, so that's 15
tools-
each.
Yeah.
Tools and repairs should be 50-50 too. How much is that?
Tools and repair. That's 10. Did I just do my math wrong? Hold on. 10 plus 9 plus 36. Oh, I made a mistake over here. Here we go. Here we go.
Taking my 15 gold back just in case.
1 plus 36 plus 5 plus 2. 53 a month after some adjustments. And this
So he just fucked us for more money.
No, this is
Yeah, 'cause
great.
it was
This is great.
We rounded up
because-
45 to 50. Can we not round it back down to 50 now?
Yeah, we were willing to give you an extra
All
5.
right,
Can you
all
not
right.
give
We'll
us an
drop the-
extra?
we'll drop
There
the
we
tools
go.
down. All
Thank
right,
you.
okay.
Stick to 50.
Okay, 50.
So how much, just for the sake of knowing, how much of that is 50-50 split? And let's say the land tax and the horse is mine.
Right. The land tax and horse is 10 together. So that would leave 40 a month. That would be 50-50. So it would be 20 from Luther and 20 from Pigeon. If you wanted to split it that way.
So really, Pigeon should only get 5.
But I'm
Well-
getting
And I
10.
and I should get 20. So I'm funding your lifestyle by the course of 5 gold.
Except we do the same fucking job, and you're just getting paid more for some dog shit reason.
That's fine. But when Shacklebrook's whispering in your ear about, or the little devil on your shoulders whispering in your ear about how Luther doesn't respect you,
I'll
just
remember
remember.
this. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And it's not like you didn't get to ride the horse a little bit either. On your
That's
birthday.
yeah. You're right. When I was hurt, I did get to ride the horse.
Exactly.
All right.
When Uncle Luther never comes saying, "Oh,
Uncle
Tanya,
Luther, he lets me ride the horse.
it's your time to chip in for the hay." No. That's covered. Okay, so it was 15 for me. Okay, so how much gold do you have, Moot?
16.
Okay, that's fine. We got 20 in the horde as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
We're doing
I
well.
do have 71 gold though, but we won't mention that.
So whatever you've got on hand right now, Luther add 50, Pigeon add 25, and then I don't remember
Wait,
how
really?
much.
I just added 15.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that you've got paid
Yeah.
for this month and you've taken off expenses.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Cool.
I'm adding 25.
You're adding 10.
Oh, okay. I already had 10. Perfect. All my
Okay,
expenses are
perfect.
paid.
Yeah.
Great.
Neil, if we need to buy rations, is that going to be included? Like if we're traveling rather than staying in the town. I feel like a month. If we spent a whole month traveling, that would be more expensive than 30 gold.
Yeah, no, let me just take a quick look here at your rations. Actually, it's cheaper just to eat rations than it is to.
Oh, it is. Okay.
It is, but I think there's other traveling costs that'll get incurred here
Yeah.
and there. So we're gonna say that this will include normal traveling expenses.
So this
If
is
you
just our
wanna
monthly fees.
These are your monthly
Yeah.
fees. If you want to
Perfect.
stay in a nicer place, or if you do any tipping on the side, we might call for extras.
Yeah.
But we can just hand wave most of your costs at this point, and then extras will come and go. And there will be the random occasional thing that'll come along. And also, if you want to improve your sheriff hut, your jail.
What if I want
that's
to
out of
bang
pocket.
prostitutes? Is that included in my monthly expenses or no?
We have 2 GP in tools a month, so
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
it doesn't
Oh.
it doesn't count for anything actually. That's just
I
cost to
need-
use your tool.
To get lock picks.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you need to
So
get.
can we
definitely
do
do
that
that.
before we do the murder shit?
Yeah, you can always postpone investigating a murder to go buy some lockpicks.
No, but can we
Well,
buy
I just mean,
lockpicks in
like-
town?
No,
Yeah,
you
like-
need to send a message to someone in the city that you've got a contact in the city that can get you
Crazy.
lockpicks. But there's no one in town. Who would
Yeah.
sell lockpicks to the sheriff and the detective? Like that's just admitting you're a criminal.
I suppose so, yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Well, no,
Okay.
there must be a locksmith in town.
There's not. It's a very skillful job.
I'll send word to I'll send a message then. So is this included in monthly expenses or no?
Yeah, this is a little bit of the tools and repairs. If you're just sending a message to someone in Stromheim, that should be fine.
Send a message to specifically. Do you remember the lady who would make the fucking keys that I knew?
Lady who made the keys.
Let me see if I can remember her name. If I remember, I mean I'm looking at our notes. All right.
Which game
I
was
met
she with?
I met her inside of the Pitman's bar. It was like a
Gremlin?
halfling. Yeah, it was like a halfling lady, and instead of using lockpicks, she made keys.
Oh, right. You would make
Um,
a sample of a key in the clay or wax, give it to her, and she'd make a key
Yeah.
out of it. Yeah, I know totally who
I'm
you're
just gonna
talking
send her a message and just be like, "Hey, I know you don't usually deal in these things, but I would like to buy some lockpicks.
Mhm.
Attached is the fee for lockpicks, which I think is 20 gold. Neil,
Yeah, I'm checking the economy sheet. Black market goods. Lockpicking kit is 30 gold.
How much money you got, Nick?
30 gold he wants.
That's how much my lockpicks are, yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, we can. I'll afford it. We'll take. There's 20 gold in the horde, and I'll chip into.
Right.
Perfect.
That's wild, though.
That is. It's a lot of money for lockpicks.
Especially
okay.
specialty tools, you know?
Yeah.
Yep. So I give the messenger like a gold, and then I enclose a message with the money.
Yeah. You can send.
I tell him
Okay.
where to go to not the grimy gremlin, whatever the fucking I can't remember out of character,
Rusty's
but what?
Hook.
Not Rusty's Hook. I sent him to the grimy gremlin.
Oh yeah.
And I let him know that he's supposed to deliver this message to the bouncer, and the bouncer will take it inside to the bartender Fiona, and then Fiona will handle the rest.
Got it. Okay. Score.
Sweet.
Messenger will do this. They'll deliver the message. They'll deliver the money. Fiona will then send another person to deliver the goods because it'll take a while, and you're not going to pay this person.
Yeah, it's going to take a month
expenses.
or so.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
That's number one. Now, the second thing here is a story element that I often struggle with, and I want to get my player's opinion on this. In the real world, if you get shot, you could be taken to a hospital with the best of modern technology and still die, or you could get like slammed into a tree by like a drunk driver and like be pinned against the tree, and as soon as the car gets pulled back, like you're gonna die. It's very possible in the real world to have a life-threatening wound that will be fatal, but is either not right now or will still be fatal even if you get medical attention. But in D&D, our mechanics say you can be stabilized right away, and if you're in the care of a healer, you will guaranteed recover, and we don't bother. And that's important for gameplay. It keeps the game smooth, it keeps everything rolling. We're not just spending so much time worrying about life and death moments. And if we translate that to all NPCs everywhere, that means no one will ever die if a healer can get to them in time. That's just a guaranteed living thing, which does narrow some story options, right? All healers are always successful. Like, you'll never bring someone to a healer and then like, whoops, they died. And I want to know how comfortable you feel with that mechanic. If we want to run with that healers are just insta-saves for everybody all the time, we can run with that. But I feel like a proper cleric should be the person who you can bring someone to for guaranteed saving. And, if you just take someone to a doctor and they've got a serious wound, maybe it's not. But I hate having rules for PCs that don't apply to NPCs and back and forth. So how do you want to do this?
I think for like normal combat, we should do what we've been doing, where you can just get kind of stabilized, unless it's a crit table roll,
right?
And there's a bad thing that happens. Then that might need like a cleric or like a real like doctor, like someone actually trained.
Yeah.
But I think like if you're an assassin, right, and you go to kill fucking the queen, and you get in there and you do get an attack off, and it rolls pretty well, but it doesn't kill. I would say maybe like this should be more of like okay, you actually need to go see a cleric for magical healing, because the wound could get infected, not 100% of the time, but more targeted attacks, not random street fights, I think should be treated a bit more gravely on the table than a random combat would be.
Yeah. Nick,
I've got a way you could do it. Yeah. So when you were saying that, if there's not a healer involved, there's a chance that you lose HP rather than gain HP, right? If you're wounded enough, that's happened in the past. I wonder if you could use System Shock as a way to maybe stop healing. So like, you fail a System Shock check, you don't get any healing that day, and then maybe you can lose HP and go further down. And you could also maybe add like a plus or minus 5 to your roll, depending on how far you are from say -5. So if you're on like -9, maybe you're getting like a -20 to your System Shock roll or something. But then I don't know, it might need a bit more nuance than that, because I feel like at that point no one's ever going to recover from -9. It's going to be really hard to recover from there. I want to have as an option
in the gun ready to go, a situation where like you come across a person who is mortally wounded and you look at them and you know they're going to die and there's nothing you can do about it, but like they're still able to talk to you, like someone with a really nasty gut wound, and you're like, well, this is just fucking fatal, but it's probably going to take you a week to die, and even if you got to a non-cleric doctor, like they wouldn't be able to save you. I want to be able to introduce
because of serious wounding or because of infection?
Tomato. Like the gut wound example that I have right now is just that you can't make those sorts of repairs without modern technology, and so like it will be fatal. Like your entrails are the stuff that's going through your digestive system is just spilling into your body, and there's no way to repair it. But it just takes a while to be fatal. You know, or you fight someone on the battlefield and you crack open their skull and they're laid out and they're at like negative HP and you can't stitch their skull back together. But maybe they've got like a few moments to talk to you. Today, when we come across in this murder thing, I don't want to spoil anything. I want there to be a person who has been injured, or, you know, there will be some injured people. And I want to have the ability, or this brought up the idea of, I want to have the ability for you to come across a mortally wounded person, and even if you bring them or bring your healer to them, like the healer can say, no, they're too far gone. I want to be able to introduce the story element, but I don't know how to balance that with the game mechanics.
I think maybe, because I think what Moot said is right. Like it makes sense in some story circumstances to be fun, but I think if you kind of code it into the mechanics generally, it's inevitably going to end up in killing a PC at some point, and it's going to feel like a bit unfair.
Yeah, it should kind of have to be like directed and targeted in order for it to happen.
So I think that from like in this perspective that you're talking about, you can just say that the circumstances were right, and that's what that is. I think for it to affect a PC, it might have to be either an assassinate or a really bad fail on a critical hit table.
Yeah. I want to make sure it's fun and we don't bog down the game with too many mechanics that aren't important. But I also want people to be fallible. You know, I want you to be able to bring your new healer somewhere and have her do a great job most of the time, but every now and then you bring someone to the healer and like she's not a perfect healer. I want there to be an advantage for you to bring a cleric into the castle and the employ, right? But as it stands now, if you can get someone to the healer, they're fine. There's
safe.
No real advantage to a cleric other than combat healing. And I
think that's a legit thing. I do think that there's something around the system shock check there, because if you're an 18 con guy, you know, you might be able to just come back from the most grievous wound ever. Whereas if you've got like 5 con, there's a chance that, you know, you're just not going to make it. Like your body's just not strong enough.
Okay.
But failing a system shock check and then like dying seems unfair.
Well, if you have 10 con, your system shock is 70. If you have 11 con, it's 75. So this would mean an average person, if brought down to the negatives, would be 3/4 likely to survive and 1/4 likely to die. Maybe there needs to be some adjustments. Maybe it's 2 system shock checks, or if you fail one, you get another one the next day or something. I'll think on the specific of the mechanics and not implementing anything right now.
Yeah.
But I wanted to make sure you're comfortable with me saying that healers aren't perfect until you have a cleric.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on like the blow as well, because like if you just get knocked down to -1, it doesn't feel that bad. But like in the last episode of Fluff, spoilers, where Zephyr went down to -9 in one hit.
Yeah.
Even though that wasn't on the crit table.
Yeah.
That still felt like that could have been maybe that was bad enough that you couldn't recover from.
Okay.
So I don't know. I think you need to think about it. But I think for your perspectives today, I think if you just want to say that for story reasons, that's the situation, I think we can roll with that. And if in our minds we're just thinking it's the result of an assassination or a failed crit, you know, like a bad crit table roll. Or something like that.
Yeah.
But I think that's probably like a whole new mechanic, isn't it, that needs fleshing out.
Yeah. This is just our first little intro. I think we're good for now to go forward, and I thank you for your cooperation, players. Right. And with that, let's get on to the real start of our session today. Players, you've come back. I think you've reported everything that you did in Tassel. or if we didn't quite get through it, it's hand
No, we
waveable.
did.
We did? Perfect.
We did report back, yeah.
Great.
I think we are waiting for Shacklebrook to come back with a plan
Mhm.
on how he wants to handle what was the dude's name? Shartuk.
Oh, right. Well, while we're waiting for that, because he's got plans to make, you've been informed that there has been a grisly murder out in one of the villages near the road to the east of town. And this thing that happened actually happened on your way back. So maybe these death saves that we were just talking about doesn't apply because it's been like 3 days. But you're told that there's been a murder.
So I think the first thing we did was go back to the keep, and I think that we have to go and do that. So I'm imagining that we're coming out of the keep in the, it's night, and we've been told that there's been a murder, and it's been 3 days. I say to Pigeon, maybe we should head out over there now and check it out. If we leave it another day, it might degrade more, or something might get, maybe an animal or something could get in. What do you think? Or you want to wait for the morning?
Oh, we might as well go now, right?
Yeah, you're not too tired?
No, I'm good.
All right, let's drop the horse off at the stable and then we'll go over.
All right.
You drop the horse at the stable. You grab your nighttime clothes because this winter, you got to get your big heavy coat, and you head.
I've been traveling anyway, so we had our big coat.
Yeah, you head a couple miles down the road, well outside of Cauldron, out in the farmlands and the fields.
I take the horse then, sorry, if it's that far out. Sure. Sorry, I know that's so irrelevant, but I bring the horse.
Yeah. We head out. It's nighttime. You've been given directions. Now, outside of Cauldron, on the map, we see Cauldron. There's a lot of villages. There's more people living in the farms and fields surrounding Cauldron than live in Cauldron proper. Most people are agrarian. And so we don't talk about it often, but there's lots of little villages out here. And one of these little villages that you're heading towards is called Stillwater. It's a little fucking hamlet. Population is estimated around 200 folks, maybe, on a good day. And it's off the main road. You take a right at a certain point. There's a little signpost. You can read well enough. And it's the last house down in the village. It's a big house that's got a barn next to it. And you're told that you can't miss it when you get there. Last house.
Just out of interest, do we know about all the villages and still like around Cauldron, or do we have a map?
No, there's no map. There's definitely no map, and there's too many of them with little fucking names for anyone to really ever memorize unless you live here for decades.
Is there signage though?
Sometimes, yeah. In this situation, You're told there's signage.
So we're following a sign to Stillwater, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm carrying my lantern on the horse.
We come in.
I'm not carrying a lantern.
No. You're in the shadows. We see this big barn. Yeah, and I ride around the front of it.
I'm going to bring us to a little map.
Oh. Well.
Here. So we're actually coming in from the left side of everything. We come in along this road, and then we hook a right and come all the way down. This building on the far right here, this is the big barn. And they said the last house, and there's these, 2 buildings right here. But it's obvious the moment you arrive which one of these houses the murder took place in. It's this one. Whoops. It's this one on the right. The furthest, lastest one. This place
Why is it obvious?
Because the front door is battered down and lying on the ground. Everything is strewn akimbo. The place looks like it's not just a murder has been there, but like damage has been done. The whole place is messed up.
Remind me, did they say that they'd remove the body or not?
Well, you guys actually are going out on Sunday night. The murder, you were told, was reported yesterday, but had happened the day before. So this probably happened Friday, maybe Friday night. And now it's Sunday. And they did say that, people had taken a look at the bodies. It's assumed that someone would move the bodies. You're not just going to leave them to rot for days. They might even be
Yeah.
buried. Who knows? You'd have to talk to the locals.
Okay.
Well, I think I'm gonna go check out the crime scene
Yeah.
while Luther talks to the locals.
I think I tie up my horse to this tree here, Neil.
Mm-hmm.
I start letting it eat some of these crops that are over here.
Excellent.
Save a bit on the monthly expenses. And I've got the lantern, so I think I actually head over to Pigeon and start shining the lantern on the crime scene.
The two of you
Yeah.
start looking in on this crime scene. Here's a horse for you.
Thanks.
That's Teresa.
Ceresia.
That's right. Not just any old horse. Did we ever roll Teresa's HP? I think we did.
We did.
We did. She rolled
19
high.
HP.
Oh,
That's right.
It's a sturdy broad.
yeah.
True.
Well, when you get in, it's clear that this isn't just a murder. There's blood everywhere. There's little bits and pieces all over. There's like a finger over here. There's some scalp with hair attached to it over there. This is not someone just was stabbed. This is like someone or some people were ripped to shreds. And also, looking around, the place has been ransacked. Floorboards have been ripped up. Things have been torn off walls. Boards have been pulled out. The bed's been
So they're looking for
completely
something.
shredded. Everything is a mess in here. Yeah.
Oh my. They really did a number on this place.
Yeah, they're looking for something.
But if they were just looking for something, I say, and like hold up the finger in the light of the lantern, Neil.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like a clean cut, or does it look like torn off?
Mm-hmm. It looks ripped off or broken off or not. It's not a nice, clean surgical slice.
If we were doing a place over back in the city, we might have ripped everything up, but we wouldn't have done this. I throw it back down on the ground, having no
Yeah.
understanding of DNA.
Yeah. Trying to
I guess
think.
Can I hang
Seems
the
like-
lantern, Neil? Sorry, can I hang the lantern on the ceiling so it like
Yeah.
illuminates the whole room? Yeah,
Absolutely.
Whoever did this hated this motherfucker.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Is this just one dead person in here? Do you remember what they said?
Neil, do we remember how many
You were-
dead?
What was reported to you is that there was a murder, but you get
Okay.
this information's been passed through a few hands by the time it got to you.
I'll do a full check of the house, see if there's any other blood spots that don't seem to correlate to this area.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'll search as well. I guess, obviously, Pigeon's got the higher perception. Things that I want to check on are like the try and work out what kind of implement was used to do the damage. Like you said, the bed was torn up. Does it look like claws or does it look like a knife?
These are
Things like
great
that.
questions. I'm going to have you guys make some investigation checks. I want you both to make an int check, and then Pigeon, you have tracking. I want you to make a tracking check.
No perception though, Neil, for Pigeon?
His tracking is going to be his perception. Yeah.
Okay.
Pigeon starts to look around, rolls a natural 1 on his investigation, but he fucking rolls a 19, natural 19 modified 30 on his tracking.
And that's before all of the other modifications to the tracking, which
Right.
usually make it go up because the tracking roll is pretty fucked.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Luther rolls a natural 19 modified 29 on his investigation check. So, yeah.
It's big brain time.
It's pretty clear here that there's more than one body. Like, the scalp over here does not match the hair that's over there. Like, this is blonde and that's brunette. And this finger looks like a thumb of some kind, but also you think you find another 2 things that might have been thumbs. They're hard to tell. And like, it looks like there was probably more than one victim present. With a 19, you can actually see, God, it's such a good roll. You can tell that there are 3 victims here.
Three victims. Okay.
3 victims here.
All right, so we need to ask how many people lived here? Because it seems like the whole family got massacred. And
Yeah,
where are those
absolutely.
bodies?
Well, we need to, check on what happened to the bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just writing down things we know. 3 victims.
Pigeon can't write, so you gotta. That's why you're the sheriff.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm actually making notes, Neil. So I've got a little. Can I have like a little I'm imagining a policeman's notebook, but I don't know what the equivalent would be. But I'd like to be taking notes.
I think it's a scroll. I think it's a piece of parchment or vellum or maybe papyrus that you unroll and then you write things and then you like roll it back up and later you just kind of like unfurl your whole scroll and read it.
It's not as cool as I imagined, but it'll have to do. So
way
I guess
cooler.
I end up going outside and leaning on the horse and writing on the, I like use the horse as a table to write the notes. So I guess we write 3 victims. Right, what else can we work out in here?
Whoever did this,
Okay.
it was very violent. As you said earlier, it looks ripped and torn, not sliced. Yeah.
Does it look like it's been like this is D&D world? It could be a monster. So do I feel like this is a person that's done this with a weapon, or do I feel like it's a monster that's torn people apart?
Well, by the wounds, the remains, and the way that the blood is thrown all over the place, it looks like a monster. But by the way that the bed has been ripped apart and floorboards have been ripped apart, it looks like the place was intentionally searched. So
Like an intelligent monster.
An intelligent monster, a person who has a monster with them that does the fighting for them.
We also don't know when someone came in to just ransack the apartment.
That's true.
It could have been a monster who killed these people, and then, filthy scavengers came in and looked for everything.
Yeah, so here's a question then. Can we see any blood splatter? Like, is there any areas that have been opened up that don't have any blood on them that would have if they were torn up, like in the middle of the murdering being done?
For example, like the floorboard.
Yeah.
There probably wouldn't be blood underneath the floorboard.
If someone had come later and ripped up.
You do see some blood pooling under the floorboards, but it looks a lot more like it probably like stripped down between these boards and soaked the area underneath, and then the boards were ripped up. So at first you get the impression that it was, maybe 2 separate events or they happened subsequently, one after the other. But when you get over to one of the pantries, which is just like a standing cupboard, the doors are sort of half shut, half opened, and all the stuff is spilled out, but the back wall of the pantry is also clearly damaged. So at least some of the ransacking, at least some of it was done while the murdering was going on, and then some of it might have happened after the murders were finished. Whether that was minutes or hours is hard to tell.
Okay.
Now, Pigeon, you rolled a 30 on your tracking check.
Minimally, yeah.
There's going to be
Another natural 19.
Yeah. Going to be some modifiers. There's going to be some penalties because it's been a long time and like blah, blah, blah. And maybe some bonuses based on how many people. The weather doesn't really matter because this is all indoors. So the weather's not going to hurt. You've got a good lantern to look at over everything. There are bonuses for every 2 creatures in the group. And then there's a penalty for every 12 hours since this happened. This was, 48 hours ago. So that's a -4.
-4.
But that's still a 26. You don't know how many creatures were in the group, so I can't tell you what's going on. And then this is normal ground. Yeah, so you're definitely a pass. Definitely a pass on your tracking check by a good amount. And you can tell. Let's double check. You can attempt to identify the type of creatures being followed and the approximate number by rolling a second tracking check, which, if you fail, there's no downside other than you don't get to know the type and number. So why don't you roll me a second tracking check for type and number? A modified 28 minus the 4 is still a 24.
That's
wild
huge.
Success. Yeah. It looks like involved here because you can see footprints on the front and the back. It's a village. There's a lot of people. Other people came to clean up after this, but you can find the tracks that lead in here. They come from the fields. They go into the house. There's a whole bunch of crazy shit that goes on. And then they head out and along the fields to the north as well afterwards. And
So
you
they came from the fields and then left to the fields.
Yeah, they came like this way,
Sweet.
in through the back, broke in through the back, did a bunch of shit, and then they ended up leaving this direction.
Okay.
So they came from the fields to the east, is that?
Yeah, this whole map needs to be tilted, but all the assets came in this direction. So what is up on this map is east. Yeah, perfect.
Oh wait, so they came from the south then?
No, they came from the field, so from the east-ish. maybe it was south and then east, but definitely the entrance was this way, and then they exited this way. Yeah. So maybe from the south and then out to the east, or maybe from the east and then back. You know,
Luther, it's those hill people that we've been hearing about.
What hill people?
Oh, I mean, I've been in the tavern and they're always telling scary stories about hill people who come in and cut you.
No one's told me that.
Well, they've told me it.
Hill people? What, like inbred?
Yeah.
Like, oh shit.
The inbreds.
What are those ones, like they're blind and they eat you?
Like Quasimodo.
Yeah. What were those guys called? We almost fought them in Outcasts, and they're like my favorite monster. I forget the name of them. Neil, Grimlocks.
Oh, Grimlocks.
Grimlocks. I write Grimlocks down on the.
Yeah, they're Grimlocks.
I write Grimlocks down on the scroll.
There are 4 of them. You're pretty certain, Pigeon.
4. Okay.
Involved.
There's
in
4
murder.
Grimlocks, man.
4 murderers. Okay. Okay. Well, we need to work out what parts of the body were recovered. Another thing you said, Neil, was that the door was smashed down.
Yeah, the front and
So
back
wait,
door are
axe
both
or like
smashed.
brute?
Ah, right. The back door looks like it's just been ripped off the hinges. The front door also looks like it's just been smashed off, but Pigeon and Luther, you can tell this house doesn't have locks on it. There's no locksmith around. There's no locks whatsoever.
I check out the quality of the hinges, though. Like, do they look like old and rusted? Like, do I think that I could have ripped this door off the hinges?
They're old wooden hinges. You could probably rip the door off if you put a lot of time and effort into it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. They're not like necessarily super strong.
Not necessarily super strong, but also definitely not weak. You know?
Yeah.
Someone with 10 strength or less would really struggle. They couldn't do it in a fit of passion, most likely, you know? Someone with 10 strength would have to really try to do that.
So there's 3 people here who are dead, and then I believe that 4 people were the murderers / ransackers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do a loop of the outside of the building and look for more clues.
Well, yeah, I mean, I know where they're I know I can follow their tracks, probably.
Okay. Let's I'll do a loop around the house.
Yeah, let's do a loop. I agree.
You should also like mark the tracks so that, because I think we
I'll
should
have
go
to
and
follow
speak to the
you
village
because we only
first.
have one light lantern.
Yeah. Is there
fine.
a
You
lantern inside the house, Neil?
Everything in the house is ruined or destroyed. If there was a lantern, it's not in operable condition.
I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna bang on the door, Neil.
Well, let's search the house first.
Well, I'm just gonna ask for a lantern or a
Oh,
torch.
okay.
Yeah, someone opens the door immediately, like they've been hiding near the front, looking out their window, watching you guys. So you knock on the door, and then like half a second passes, and the door opens. And
Excuse me, it's Detective Pigeon.
a bald man in his late 50s kind of cowers and goes, "Hello, my lord."
I need a lantern or a torch, and I will give you money for it. But also, I need to talk to you and see if you've saw anything.
Oh, I certainly did, my lord. Well, I
All
heard
right, well,
things
come
more
on
than
out.
saw things.
Tell you what, I come over the shoulder and say, "Why don't you make us some tea? We're gonna go do a search around the area, and then we're gonna come in and talk to you." Get us that lantern.
He goes out and gets you a torch.
I flick him 2 silver, Neil.
Oh, ching. The silver
The tipping
lands
begins.
on the floor. Tipping is not included in your monthly finances.
I undid it.
Perfect. He'll bring you a torch. You can light it off your lantern. And he'll
Sweet.
set about making some tea. You can hear in the background, he says, "Sweetie, put the kids to bed. They shouldn't hear this."
All right, let's do a search around the outside. I think maybe we could find maybe something was stashed, like a weapon, or maybe there's more footprints, or maybe they dug something up, or.
Well,
I
as
don't know.
you're looking around, you'll see that there are footprints that head over and down in this way, in the direction of the barn as well, that match the
Okay.
footprints that had come in from the backside.
Oh fuck. Okay.
I'll probably follow that.
Yeah, the footprints are booted footprints. They look like human or humanoid tracks that wear clothes.
Same footprints that come
Grimlock.
in from the fields.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
these like thick, heavy set prints that track in that Pigeon can follow.
Wait there, Pigeon. I run back to the horse and get my sword.
Okay. I wait.
All right, you get your.
I'm
great
gonna
sword.
go up to the door and I'm gonna give a eavesdrop check, Neil.
You can eavesdrop and check 11.
I don't hear anything.
It's pretty quiet. You step
Okay.
on in. The door opens with a squeak, like a large. Yeah. Inside there's more blood here, and there is the body of a cow, an oxen, a young ox that probably worked the fields, is over here, and it's not looking great. It's been sitting out here for like 48 hours. You probably should have noticed the smell, but maybe the winds are just right to keep it from blowing towards you. But when you step in, you definitely notice the smell. And the oxen looks ripped open, and it looks like it's been feasted upon.
I'm gonna
Fuck.
put it out of its misery with my scimitar, Neil.
Oh, it's dead.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
Alright, good.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
check in
this
this
is
room,
fucked.
Neil, while Pigeon looks at the cow. I want to do a sweep and make sure there's no one in here.
Luther, I think they got your mom.
I chuckle to myself as I'm in this room, and then I turn around and say, "It's no time for jokes like that." This place looks clear though. All right, Neil. I look around. It looks clear.
Yeah, there's no more bodies in here, but this place
the
has also
fuck?
been torn apart. That room that you're in, it's not neat and tidy like this asset makes it look like. These barrels have been pushed around. All the bags have been ripped open, and it looks like they've been searched through. One of the floorboards is ripped up. There's a ladder that goes up to the hay loft in here as well, and the hay's been all strewn around. The barrels of fruit and dried goods have been ripped open, knocked over. The whole place looks, completely ripped up.
I come next to Pigeon, next to the body of the oxen, where it looks like somebody's been feasting, and I say, "I don't know if Grimlocks wear boots though.
Yeah, I don't think they do, and I don't think werewolves do either.
But who wears boots and will do this to an ox?
I'm trying to think.
Well,
Elves?
this is a great question, because I'm trying to get my ox token, but apparently I don't have a dead ox token, which is just a real bummer.
An orc?
No, but next to the
orc,
ox,
yeah.
these booted footprints come towards it, and then like right around the area where the ox is are not booted footprints. It's something else.
Maybe then, my guess is maybe like this family were werewolves? I don't know. And then they like did this, and then we had like some fucking werewolf slayers come in. I'm not sure.
That's weird. So wait, explain that again, Neil. There's like a second set of footprints underneath
Well,
the
like
boot footprints.
the footprints. There's a lot of footprints. It's a barn. People come in and out all
Yeah.
the time. Animals come in and out all the time. You can follow these distinctive tracks towards the barn where everything's a bit of a mess. And there's this dead ox who's knocked over on its side, and its side has been ripped open, like torn apart, and it looks like it's been feasted on. Like sections of it are missing, but not like cleanly cut away like a butcher might do. And in and around.
Wait, sorry, just to clarify, feasted on as if somebody's taken their mouth to the cow and just ripped parts of its flesh out.
Or taken its claws and ripped flesh out and left
Okay.
with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not like somebody's like just carved a bit of it off with a sword and eaten it.
Does not look clean like a sword or a knife cut. Yeah. And then in and around the cow are all of these like footprints, like clawed footprints everywhere that look. Can I get another tracking check from you, Pigeon, to see if these are made at the same time as the first
Yeah.
sets?
Skill.
Ooh, with
8,
with the penalty for time, it's hard to tell if these were made at the same time or if like last night monsters came separately and feasted on this creature and then left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could have happened.
That could have
Also,
happened.
hear me out, right? What if there was a monster, right, that kind of like impregnates the cow, and then little monsters grow inside the cow, and then they burst open, and then they all kind of like walk away from the cow, you know? I look at its ribs. Do its ribs look like they've cracked open outwards?
It's a great
Are
call.
we talking about an alien situation here, Neil?
Someone's been watching a lot of Alien Earth.
Yeah.
Give me. You don't have a medicine check. Just give me another in check, Luther. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah.
22?
It does not look like anything came out of the cow.
I said I'll have to cross that one off the list. Maybe you're right. Maybe like just something came and ate it.
Well, let's go talk to this
dead.
guy and see what he saw or heard.
Yeah, I agree. You know, maybe it's orcs though. Like orcs would wear boots, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Thing is that like an orc would, they'd take the whole cow, wouldn't they? They wouldn't just like. It's a lot of food.
Well, the old man in the house
we go
next
over and-
door has some tea ready for you, and
Perfect.
he's seated, in this atrium
Okay.
area over here. And
Well, when we sit down, I introduce myself. All right, my name's Luther. I'm the sheriff in Cauldron. This is my assistant Coop or Pigeon Coop. He's my detective. We're here under Lord Shocklebrook's authority, and we're gonna work out what happened here. It's really important that we hear every single detail of what happened.
well, my lords, happened in the night. We heard
2
the
days
sound.
ago, right?
Aye. Tonight's Sunday night. It happened Friday after the sun went down.
Okay.
I was minding my own business. Me and the missus were in here cooking up, washing up after cooking. But I already put the kids to bed. We're having a chat about Henrietta and whether or not it's time to put her down because she ain't laying like she used to. She's one of our chickens, you see. And in the middle of us talking about that, I hear the sound of a crashing door, and the neighbors across the street, the Mitchells.
Let me stop you there. How many Mitchells were there?
4, my lord.
But there's only 3 dead.
That's right. The little boy, he survived.
Oh, we need
Where
to
is
speak
he?
with him.
He's in the other room.
Okay.
We've been
So what?
taking
Two
care of him.
Mother and father and an older sibling?
Aye, that's the case.
All right. Okay, carry on then.
Well, we hear the noise, and the Mitchells across the way, they're a good lot. I wouldn't want to speak ill of the dead, but this ain't the first time we heard loud noises and doors slamming and ruckus coming from their house. They just got the one tiny spot and the 4 of them in it, and it wasn't much. So from time to time, there'd be, some ruckus. And we jointly own the barn together, and we try to be good neighbors and work together when that means turning a blind eye to all sorts of noises you hear in the night sometimes. So we didn't think nothing of it until the other door started to break down. And then I peered out through the window. That they say I shouldn't be nosy, but I think this time it was good that I was, because I saw some, shifty masses moving around. And they went back in, and I went and I put a bar across our door and woke up the wife, and we grabbed she grabbed a frying pan, and I grabbed a large knife, and we waited in the door. It looked like bandits. Bandits come through the area all the time. Not that Lord
Wait,
Shacklebrook
let me-
ain't doing nothing about it.
Let me stop you there. These masses, they look like me, big.
Aye.
Look more like him.
No.
I look,
Well, not tall, sort of like the both of you, but thicker around, not so
Okay.
elfin.
Like a beast man.
Well, that's what the boy's been saying.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
oh shit.
The boy's
say,
been
oh, shit.
saying that they were men wearing the faces of wolves.
I look worried at Pigeon. This is above our pay grade.
Big above
Wolves,
our
you
pay
say?
grade.
Okay.
Now
Like,
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, after you, my lord, please.
like, they were wearing the skulls?
The boy says they were werewolves. I think that's maybe flights of fancy in a traumatized child. But he says They walked like men, had faces and claws like wolves. When I looked out the window, granted it was dark, I didn't see no tail nor no fur. I saw a cloak on a figure.
We've had a look around out there, and there's clear boot prints in and out of that house. That'd be your boots, was it? Or these assailants wearing boots?
Well, me and the others, we came through and rounded up the bodies and gave them a proper funeral yesterday. Of course, couldn't just let them sit out there like that. So we did walk in and around a little bit. But
you wearing these same shoes?
He points to his shoes that are like sitting over there. They're sandals.
I say to Pigeon, like, can you look at them and take him and go back out there and see if, like, we can say that the boots were from this guy and his mates rather than from the monsters?
Yeah, I mean, I can go and inspect it.
You're positive that these are not the boot tracks that you're looking for. This guy's
these
wearing
are not
sandals.
the boot.
Yeah.
What about his friends though? You said he went with a few of them, right?
Oh,
I'd
no.
have to inspect all the boots, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to inspect the boots. So we're gonna need the names of who you went there with.
He gives you the names of the friends. They live just down the way. The next two houses down the street are the two people the two houses he recruited.
And the oxen in the barn.
I heard that one die. It gave out a loud, a real sound of distress, and then a sound I couldn't possibly hope to replicate.
What sounds that?
Sounded God's awful. Sounded like the screams of an immortal soul being rended in the pit by demons. It didn't last terribly long, but too long for me. I ain't ashamed to say that I was too afraid to go out. I stand by it.
You went out there the next morning, though.
Aye, yeah.
That looks like that oxen has been, eaten at. But we was thinking maybe that could have been wolves or something in the last couple of days whilst we've been not here.
He shakes his
or did
head.
that happen? That happened that night.
I when I saw it the next morning, it looked like it had been chewed upon. Okay. I ain't gone back to look at it since then.
What do your wife say during all this?
More or less the same. She
Well, get us the boy.
Yeah, we're gonna need to speak to the kid. Can you? Thanks for your time. What did you say your name was?
My name is Harold.
Thanks, Harold. I assume your wife's been looking after the boy.
Aye. I'll go.
Send the two of them in here, and you can go and make sure the rest of your family's okay.
He goes over to the room right next to you, opens the door, whispers in, and out comes the wife with the boy.
Honest check.
Imagine she's an absolute babe. Pigeon's going to steal this guy's
10.
wife.
10.
Okay.
She's a 10, dude, out of 18. Yeah, she's also in her, late 40s, early 50s.
Hello, little boy.
I'm expecting the husband to leave us alone here.
Mm-hmm.
Does he?
Well, he walks the boy back in, puts the wife back with the other kids, and then he sees you, expecting them to be alone, and gives a bow of his head and heads up the stairs.
I want to speak to the wife as well. I just want to make sure his story checks out. That's all.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's start with the boy,
right.
or do you want to start with the wife?
Let's start with the wife first. I say, nice to meet you. My name's Luther. I'm the sheriff of Cauldron. This is my my nephew and my detective, Pigeon. Coop.
Hello.
Hello.
What's your name, love?
Joyce.
Fine looking girl.
Nice to meet you, Joyce. It's a real sorry business that we've got out here. But Lord Shacklebrook's going to make sure that we keep everyone safe, so I'm just going to have to ask you first. Can you just tell me what happened that night?
Well, I was cleaning up in the kitchen. Husband was sitting over there on the bench, cleaning, carving his toenails off with a knife. He was telling me that it's time to put down old Henrietta, And I was telling him that she's still producing, and just because her eggs are coming only 6 a week instead of 8 a week like she used to doesn't mean it's time. You can't just throw her out because she's less productive. When we heard some noise, the neighbors, they fight a lot. They got problems back home. Real, you can hear them in the night. Lots of shouting, lots of yelling, occasional mugs being broken.
Has your husband ever hit you?
Sometimes. About as often as I hit him.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, they're hitting each other. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? I mean,
That's not our business, okay?
it's none of my business.
I think to myself, at least this kid isn't gonna have to argue with his mum and dad anymore.
There's always the silver
All right, yeah.
lining. Yeah.
So you had some ruckus.
I heard some ruckus. Didn't think nothing of it. Until big sound happened, and Harold started poking his head through the window, looking out at them, and he was about to shout at them to keep it down like he does. And I pulled him back and said, this doesn't sound quite right. And I went over to the stove and picked up the frying pan I had just been using, just finished seasoning it. And, got real quiet outside. And then this sound of like scratching and the dogs in the village started barking. They bark in the night sometimes, real annoying. But it was weird. It sounded like they were barking together, not at each other, but together. I can't explain it.
Wait,
It was a weird feeling that came over it,
You're saying there were dogs in the neighbor's house?
She points like down the road, the other direction. The other dogs in the village, not at the neighbor's house. The other neighbors down the other way.
What, they was like howling?
Well, they started barking up a storm. Dogs hear something in the night, they start whooping and woofing.
Yeah.
But then it was like they would bark together, and then they all kind of stopped at the same time. They didn't like break off in ones and twos. They all sort of like went quiet. Anyway, we heard some noise. I pulled Harold back. He grabbed a knife. I had the frying pan. We put a bar over the front door and went to go watch the back door, but luckily they didn't come towards us. There was some horrible sounds coming from the barn. Poor old Bessie, she got, and we didn't get a wink of sleep that night. Came over the morning, found the boy, little Timmy.
Where'd you find him?
Well, he was hiding out in the hay in the pigsty. Pig's gone. Little Timmy was out there because he'd been bad earlier in the day, and he was out hiding in the pigsty, in the hay there. He's okay. Just a few scratches. He said when whatever it was got the pig. Pig ran into the hay too to run, and the creature scratched up the pig, ripped the pig open, and in the process got Timmy's leg real bad.
Where's the pigsty? Is that over here near?
That's
Where I
it.
put the orange X? Yeah.
That's it.
Have I ever heard of a wolf were
Yeah.
as pigeon?
Yeah, you've heard of wolfware in the same way that you've heard of like dark elves, where it's like
Oh, okay.
it's an elf, but like it's a dark elf, so it's just an elf, but it's evil. And so you've heard of wolfware as like it's like a werewolf, but it's the good version. And sometimes there's stories about like, oh, but on this other island far away, there's honorable orcs who are like nice and sweet and not vicious and mean at all. And like someone's got the story of the generous goblin king.
Okay.
The wolfware is kind of like is it real?
Got it.
All right. So
Dark
what?
elves.
Did you see him leave?
Well, gods no, I didn't look outside at all, not through the whole night.
You stay up all night?
Of course. Nearly beat my heart to death.
And in the morning, you and your husband, you found the bodies?
And Timmy.
Found the kid here?
Mhm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What about the pig?
Didn't see the pig.
Pig's gone?
Pig's gone. Cat's
All right.
gone. Yep.
Cat as well?
Yeah, and the goats that were in the barn too, all gone.
Oh, okay. All right. Timmy, is it?
You want me to get him for you?
Yeah.
Go get him, girl.
Your elder goes to get the little boy.
As she leaves the room, I say to Pigeon, I don't like the look of this one bit.
Oh, me either. She's kind of hot though, right?
I mean, I know I can't think about it in a time like this.
Oh, I can. It's all I can think about.
I ignore that. That's fucked up. He's a psycho, this kid. So like when he sees fucking blood and murder, it gets his juices going.
He's getting going, yeah.
Okay.
All right, the kid. Wait for the kid.
Mm-hmm.
All right, as the kid comes in, I put, I crouch down on one knee next to him and put my hand on his shoulder. Say, listen, Timmy, I'm real sorry about what happened to your parents. My name's Luther. I'm the sheriff in Cauldron. We're gonna make sure that we find out what happened here and we get the guys who did this. But I'm gonna need to ask you some questions, all right?
Timmy nods.
All right. I stand back up. I sit down. So, your neighbor tells me that you'd got in some trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You were hiding out in the pigsty. What happened?
My sister, she broke some plates, and then she said it was me, but it wasn't me. And mom and dad, they believed her, and they said I had to sleep with the pigs for that night. So I went to sleep with the pigs, and then there was a bunch of scary noises, and I just hid because I thought, well, you know how it goes. And so I just stayed in the hay where it was warm.
You didn't like sneak a look? Okay. What did you hear then?
Well, Hamo and I were just, keeping warm, and the noises got real bad, and it sounded like, some screaming, and then the screaming went quiet, and then there was the doors, and then something came in and started grabbing at Hamo and ripped her up real good. And Hamo tried to get deeper into the hay with me, and then I got scratched up, and he points to a spot on his leg where he's just got these like long streaks that come down his like from the back of his calf down to like his Achilles tendon. There's like 3 marks down his leg with maybe like a tiny bit of a 4th one. 3 big ones, and then just like a hint of a 4th one.
So he got scratched?
He got scratched
Looks
big
like
time,
it,
yeah. The wound doesn't look like it's like, this happened 48 hours ago, and he's not had proper medical attention. So it's swollen, it's red, it's kind of oozing clear and white fluids out of it. Yeah.
He's cooked. GG.
We need to get the kid to the doctor. Or he's gonna die of an infection. And that's the least we can do.
Oh.
So
and I just hid in the hay, and then Hamo got pulled away from me, and I got one look at
how
the
old
face.
is he? Oh,
He's got to be like 7 or 8.
When all this was going on, you weren't worried about your sister, your mummy, and your daddy?
I was.
You said you got to look at its face.
Uh-huh.
What do you see?
Werewolf.
You ever seen a werewolf before?
Uh-uh.
Can you describe it?
Uh-huh. I had a face like a really long dog's face, more like a wolf, but stood on two legs like a man, and had big pointy claws and hairy hands. I saw it when it pulled Hamo out.
You see its feet?
Mm-mm.
It pick up the pig with what, one hand?
Both hands, and then underneath one arm, and then the hay fell back down on my face, and I didn't see no more. I stayed real quiet
Hamo?
at that point. What?
How big was Hamo?
Oh, he's a biggin. He must have weighed a buck 30, 130 pounds.
Do I feel like I could carry a 130-pound pig under my arm?
Fucking maybe. You'd huff and puff. It'd be difficult.
Yeah.
It'd be
It
pretty
was
difficult.
probably a fucking tabaxi.
What happened to the? So what happened then? You stay in the hay until the morning when these guys found you.
There were all sorts of noises. There were dogs, and Bessie was getting got, and then I just stayed there until Harold and Joyce found me the next morning.
You think that when it scratched you, you got to look at it. Did it see you?
I don't think so. Maybe.
How did it scratch you then?
Well, Hamill was getting under the hay, and it started reaching in after him, and it got me. He shrugs. Maybe if it had seen me, it would have got me too, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't a full moon anytime recently?
Yeah.
The full moon is on the 15th of the month, and this happened on the 5th, so it's pretty far away.
So no, then.
Yeah.
If I don't know how much we know about werewolves, but like true werewolves are werewolves all the time, aren't they? It's only like people infected with lycanthropy that turn on the full moon, but I don't think we would know that.
Well, you would know that there is the curse of the werewolf, and then there are true werewolves. I think that's a common enough understanding.
Okay. And it's currently now the 8th.
Tonight, it's the night of the 7th.
So actually, this kid could turn into a werewolf. So we need to.
We gotta put him in the brig.
We got to take him back for treatments, but also to lock him up in the days coming up to the full moon.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Timmy, your leg there's not looking so good. We'll have to take you back to the castle and get the doctor there to look at your leg. Is that all right?
Am I gonna get to come home?
Well,
Eventually, yeah.
It's not looking too good in there right now, Timmy. So, I don't know. You want to come back, but Lord Shacklebrook, he's a good man, and he looks after little kids like you. So you're gonna be just fine. Don't worry.
He doesn't even.
Never mind.
He's a good man.
He's a good man.
He's a good man.
All right. Go and like get Mrs. Whatever
Joyce,
and get Joyce and get your shit together, get your stuff together, because we're gonna have to go back to the castle after this.
All right. He'll go and grab Joyce. She's upstairs.
I say to Pigeon, what do you think we should do? Like, I think we probably want to take a look at the bodies. What do you think?
Yeah, we need to take a look at the bodies. I say that we send Joyce with the horse, send her back, and then we'll go and follow that trail.
These are werewolves. I don't know. We want to follow this trail on our own. We're gonna need the knights with us.
Yeah, but we should check it out.
Right.
You think we should wait till morning?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, we'll wait till morning.
Why don't we mark it until we get to outside the village, and then we'll come back and find it in the morning.
Sweet.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Are you taking Timmy tonight?
I think
we'll take Timmy
rather than send Joyce. I think we can get them to get ready. We'll go and do this thing with the trail, and we'll let them know we'll be back in the morning. We want to look at the bodies, and then we're also gonna
take Timmy tonight.
We can't take him into the castle tonight. The castle's closed. Healer's closed. You can get him there ASAP in the morning if you leave him in your house tonight.
Yeah, we'll just take him in the morning.
Yeah,
We'll take him now, and then we'll bring him in the morning.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
And I think with that, the party can head home with little Timmy in tow. He doesn't say much. He doesn't have much. We make it back.
As we're walking, like I think we just talk about it a little bit, and I say, it's not the boots thing. It doesn't make sense if it's werewolves. I'm thinking, it could be like an orc could wear the pelt of a wolf. Might have like it's kind of paws or whatever attached to it. It could be that.
Did you make any wishes, you little bitch, against your family?
What?
Yes.
Yeah, of course, all the time.
Yeah, you wished for this to happen, didn't you?
No. I just wanted them to be in peace together.
I give him a little shove.
I bet you did this shit.
Come on. Leave the kid alone. He doesn't mean that. He's just pulling your leg.
Oh, he's not telling us everything, Luther. Look at him. He's keeping something hidden.
I'm not big enough to do it.
If he's
Well, what aren't you telling us, you little punk?
if he's not telling us the truth, then we're gonna find out eventually, and it's not gonna work out very well for him. So I'm sure he's telling us everything.
If you're not telling us everything, you're gonna go boil.
I
What are you leaving out?
he is
Oh my
caught
God.
in a panic.
That is brutal.
I give him a slap.
What the fuck, man? Stop beating up the 7-year-old kid who's had his family murdered.
Okay, well, hold on. He's keeping something out, man.
I give Pigeon a shove. Like, that's fucked up.
The kid.
What are you not telling us?
Well, Dad hit me the day before. He hit me really hard, and I did wish there was a frog in the lake, and I found it. And like the story says, I kissed the frog on the face to turn into a prince, and said I wish Dad would never hurt me again. And then I threw the frog back in the lake, but he didn't come into turn into a prince, and he didn't grant my wish, and then they all died.
I mean, I think you did it then.
Let's keep walking.
You have to spend the rest of the night with a wailing kid who will keep you up. The next day, you make it home. Everything is fine.
We get to the castle.
You go to the castle. You head on in.
We head to, I guess.
Well, there's Joyce
I head to the
Sunderland, who wants to know why you
Yeah.
want to come into the castle, first off, and who the fuck this little kid is with you.
Joyce, we were investigating the murder in Stillwater. We got more work to do, but this kid here, Timmy, his family are dead, and show your leg.
He shows
I
the
say to the
leg.
kid.
She understands.
Looks pretty bad. I think we need to get Red Shield to take a look at it.
Yeah. She opens the gate, lets you guys in. Looks real sad at the kid. Says to you, another orphan, huh? So many.
Yeah,
of them.
listen, we got a lot of work to do back in Stillwater. You all right to handle this for us?
I'm not watching the
get him
kid.
No, I don't mean
Just
that.
take him
but,
to the
like,
doctor.
Get someone to take him to the doctor. Yeah.
I've got to watch the gate. You can go find what's her name? The new medic.
I'll grab the kid by the wrist and I'll drag him to go find the doctor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Come on, you little punk.
I look at Pigeon walk off with the kid, and I look back at Joyce, and I sort of like shrugging, like look a bit exasperated at how he's acting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As I'm dragging him, I'll say,
You want to fuck around with toads and witch magic? I mean, look what that did for you.
As this is happening, I say to Sunderland, you lived here a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ever hear about like orcs attacking the villages?
Orcs? No, never orcs. We never had orcs in this part of the world before.
What about like I'll lower my voice. What about like werewolves?
She checks her master encounter table for the tether wilds.
As she's thinking, I say, like, whatever did this, it ain't human. Or at least no human I'd like to run afoul of.
She says that, you know, the people out near Shirebrook have had werewolves from time to time. Back in the day. I ain't never heard of werewolves out here before. But the old, you know, a couple decades ago, there was a wizard in Shirebrook, an Ark Aldrich. He had found some werewolves and had done some experimentation's a loaded word, but they captured one back in the day, and he had it chained up for a little while. He says they come from the valley southwards. Or said before he got.
Solid. Oh, he around?
No. He got ripped apart by a monster. Maybe the werewolf that he had kept captive. They say his blood was spattered all over his tower walls.
It's pretty fucking stupid. I mean, bringing a werewolf into your own house. Oh, that's the other thing.
Do you think this was a? She looks at the kid, or in the direction where the kid went.
The kid's gone. Yeah, that's the other thing. if I'm just saying, if we should probably take precautions. Full moon's coming up, you know. Just put him in the cells for the night when the moon's coming.
Didn't you just say it's pretty foolish to keep a monster in your castle?
Yeah, but he's just a kid. It's probably not werewolves, right?
Well, we'll have to see what the medic says.
Yeah. Well, we found some tracks. We didn't want to follow him last night, but we're gonna go and check it out now.
Mm-hmm.
But if it is werewolves, you know, I've been getting pretty good with that sword of mine, but I'm not sure that we're up for that fight. You think you and some of the other guys would come and help us?
Well, if it's werewolves, you need swords of silver or magic, I think. I'm sure someone will be able to handle it if you can find out where they are.
Mount Shacklebrook pays me. I can't even afford a silver cup, never mind a silver sword.
Well, we're here to make the world a better place, and good deeds are rarely rewarded.
Yeah. Bad deeds, though, usually quite well rewarded in my experience.
Well, right up until you get boiled.
That's true, yeah. Oh, well, look, Pigeon's coming back, so I'm going to get going, but nice chatting.
Yeah, of course.
On our way, I torment the kid a bit more. And then when we get to the medic, Pigeon just completely flips his attitude and is super nice and smiling and is,
Oh, I brought you this little boy to heal. Poor little guy, his leg, it's all messed up.
I'll whisper to her,
We think it might be werewolf, so you're gonna need to make the decision if we gotta lock him up.
You think it might be werewolves, she says? That's... by the gods. You're not going to leave him here with me, are you? I'm no daykeeper.
Yeah, we're gonna leave him with you for now. Go talk to Basil, and he'll figure it out. We gotta go and investigate and find these werewolves.
Hey, she shakes her head.
I'm doing everything I can to keep you safe, Miss Red Shield.
Well, thank you. But
hold on, charisma check.
Let's go.
Roll it. 12! She doesn't understand at all what you're trying to say. It just comes out maybe a little more halting and awkward than intended. And she brushes it off like she doesn't even recognize the attempt at flirt. Well, you come back as quickly as possible to let us know what's going on.
Anything for you, milady.
And I'll dip.
Okay.
Pigeon comes back to me at the gate. I give a nod to Joyce Sunderland as we walk out, and I say, "Why you got to be so cruel to the kid? He's not been through enough."
He kind of shrugs.
He's a little shit. He was trying to tote away his family, and he got what he fucking wanted.
I don't know, Pigeon. That seems kind of fucked up to me.
He walks and he,
let's
he's
get
happier
back
than
down
normal. He's having a good day. Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that. I roll a charisma check. Do I notice that he seems happier than normal?
He seems happy.
I don't know why. Plays in my mind as we ride back to Stillwater. So, when we get back there, I go back and knock on Joyce and the other guy's house.
Mm-hmm. Joyce and Harold, yeah, they come out for you now. Actually, by the time you get there, they're not in the house. You can see them in the fields. They're just working. It's a regular. It's March. They're getting ready for springtime, which is coming up soon. So they're going out, examining the fields, pulling out whatever little weeds are starting early. Stepping out plots for where they're going to put some furrows.
I don't care about their farming. I go over to them and say, "Listen, we're gonna have to see those bodies."
Well, we buried him. We buried him Saturday.
When he says that, I give the lady a wink.
Where'd you bury him?
They'll lead you over to the freshly dug graves nearby. Let's come back to the farm map. I guess it's not on here. It's just off the map. Just to the right of here, there's some trees and some some ground that's too rocky to turn into pasture land or farmland, and some like nice big oak trees in the area. And you can see as they lead you there one freshly dug grave, a nice big mound of soil on top, and like a little wooden grave marker.
How deep are they?
Oh, 4 feet or so. We put them all in one spot. Best to be buried together.
You got a shovel?
I'll get you a shovel and
You're gonna have to dig them up while we go and.
I head into the town and I sort of like, is there like a group of guys standing outside a pub or something like that? These guys have got to do their farming, and they've already just lost their oxen and all their goats and their pigs, so they're kind of fucked.
Yeah, well, everyone, it's daytime, so everyone's out working, getting ready.
Is there anyone not
planting.
working? Is what I'm saying.
Is anybody smoking gnome weed?
Oh, starweed, starbush, or whatever it's called. Yeah.
Any fucking losers?
Yeah. So I want to find someone, Neil, and I say, anyone looking to make a goal today?
Heads pop up. People hurry on over. Wow, what's the deal?
There's a grave.
You're gonna have to suck his dick.
There's a grave out by the barn on the edge of town. I need someone to dig it up.
Everyone knows what's happened a couple days ago, and 2 folks will put their hands up and they'll do it.
I only got 1 coin.
They'll split it.
All right. Yeah.
The other
That's
layabouts go to continue laying about, not being productive for the year to come.
I hand them a gold coin. I hand them the shovel. They know where it is, right?
They know where it is.
The people who are laying about, I'm gonna let them know.
Shacklebrook, he's looking for people to actually start working. And I've been hearing if you don't work, you're getting shipped out of here. So if we come back into this town and you guys are fucking around, you're gonna be either going into the cauldron or you're gonna be getting on your way.
Excuse me, sir. It's March. It's winter time. Ain't no crops coming up in March. Ain't nothing to do. But wait for the season. Don't you know that there's nothing to do?
I kick dust at him.
You better figure out something to do, bitch.
Do you ever see The Departed?
Oh. Yeah.
I can't remember the actors' names, but the guy in charge of everything, the good cop, reminds me of Luther, or Luther reminds me of him, and Pigeon reminds me of Marky Mark's character, who's just a real fucking asshole to everyone. And the other guy's like, look, there's nothing I can do about him, but he's just like talking shit to Leonardo DiCaprio's character over and over again.
Oh yeah, that is a good character.
Yeah. This is I'm getting like a mirror vibes of like good cop, bad cop sort of. And just
I say to my diggers though, I say, all right, we'll be back before sundown, so get to work.
They'll get to work. Yeah.
All right, you done tormenting the locals? I say to Pigeon.
These people got to figure it out. I mean, they need to start working, or they're gonna get the fuck out.
You need to get your head in the game. We could be. We got to make sure we're focused here.
All right.
Well, now with the daylight, you can follow the tracks pretty well if you'd like. You could do any other investigations. There's the tracks that come into the house, and there's the tracks that go out of the house, and they don't seem to be looping back together immediately. What would you like to do here?
The ones that go out of the house, I think. Yeah, let's do the ones that go out of the house.
I stay on my horse, Neil.
Okay. Pigeon will...
I let Pigeon follow the tracks, yeah.
All right. Your first check to follow these tracks was really good. It's been another 12 hours, so a penalty, another 1 to that check, but it was a 26 plus 2 for all of the people, and then minus another 1, so it's a 27. You can still follow these tracks fairly well. They will go through some farmland. We're going to go back to the local map, bigger map. If the place in question is like right over here, just add a little green dot. If this is the location of the farm, the tracks that you're following head sort of northeast, and they meet back up with the road headed eastward after a couple miles.
Okay.
And when they get
towards
back
Misty Rapids.
Yeah, towards Misty Rapids, which is sort of a beggars and bandits haven these days. When it hits the main road, it's too hard packed and there's too much traffic. You're going to need to make like the most incredible tracking check ever. I really don't think it's possible to follow them on the main road after 3 days. But who knows?
Who knows? I mean,
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lose them on the main road, but they approach
that's
eastward. Yeah.
good info. We'll go back then quickly and we'll follow the other set of tracks.
Yeah.
Okay. The other set of tracks leave the nice farmland after a little bit and head out into sort of like the more rugged sections, the grasslands, the heath. And let me take a look at the differences here in tracking. So this is going to be thick brush, vines, or reeds, so +3. Every 12 hours since the trail was made, it's been like 48. It's a -5, so the total of -2 for every 2 creatures in the group. So it's just going to be a flat tracking check to see how far you can track them here.
All right, here you go.
26.
Nice.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da.
We're going to need to talk to Shacklebrook about making loitering illegal.
You want to go and get a job at ICE, don't you?
They got huge signing bonuses according to South
Yeah.
Park.
Huge signing bonuses.
Well. Let's see. When following a trail, the character and those with him must slow down. Speed depends on the blah, blah, blah. Oh, perfect.
Those idiots should be learning to read. They should do something, better themselves.
Something
Rather
useful.
than sitting around
Playing
smoking
video
dope.
games.
Yeah,
Watching
smoking
Dungeons
dope.
and Dragons campaigns. Oh,
That's
fucking
right.
losers. Yeah. So you can follow these tracks out into the wilderness. Now, how far do you want to go? Like, if they go for 3 hours in this direction, do you follow them for 3 hours
Until we get to the camp.
I think we keep following it, Neil. I mean, I think we want to get back to Cauldron before sundown, though.
Mm-hmm.
But we've
Worst
got all
case, we
day.
can camp out, though. I got rations on me.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're having people dig up the bodies. I don't think we should. Well,
I mean,
there's a trail there,
nothing's
too,
going
right?
to change, yeah.
yeah.
The bodies are there.
Well,
Yeah.
the trail goes, you follow it at, you're not moving at full speed, but you follow it for maybe 2 hours until you come across another one of these like little tiny villages. This one you don't have a name for. This just sort of cuts across the open terrain, and it's a small little orchard. This little village hamlet kind of built up around this selection of olive trees and a little well nearby, which gets pumped out to water these
The tracks
trees.
go
And the
through
other
here.
ways. The tracks go through here, and they lead to a collection of 4 houses, wherein everyone is dead.
No shot.
The houses are in less damaged state than the ones that you saw in Stillwater, but the people here are definitely they're gone.
And this happened before, yeah?
You're following the tracks that led into Stillwater, so this must have happened before.
Okay, well, we need to investigate these 4 houses.
Yeah,
Neil,
I mean,
can you
yeah.
point to me on the map where I need to mark my axe? I'm drawing a little diagram of what's happened here.
Yeah. It's actually right
You
there
mind
at the
if
end of
If we take
this.
a super quick little break.
Of course. Let's take a break.
Perfect.
All right, welcome back. So we're in this other village, this little hamlet with some olive trees.
Yeah.
They're like, what, 5 houses, did I say?
Should 4, I think.
4 houses. Yeah. The place has clearly been fucked up. And not in the same way. The last place looked like they was torn to shreds. Everything ripped open. This doesn't have the same level of destruction, but what is here seems a little bit Like, you find a person who's not just dead on the ground, but they've been, like, nailed to the side of a building. And then they've had their belly, like, ripped open and their guts spilled out.
Okay.
Yeah, this looks a little bit more on the, like, I'm enjoying the destruction of these people, and a little bit less like I'm just going to destroy everything. Like, more pointed.
That tells me that because this is out in the middle of fucking nowhere, they felt like they had the time to enjoy it, whereas in the village, they felt like they had to get out maybe before somebody came to fight them. Which probably implies maybe not werewolves, because I feel like werewolves wouldn't be scared. And I don't think werewolves would do this either.
I'm feeling more culty now. Are there any like religious iconography out here?
Yeah, good idea.
Any Pono signs or anything like that?
Why don't you both give me int checks as you investigate the area?
Pass.
17
Not this time.
and 14. You know, there are some religious symbols, but they look like they're just the religious symbols of the people who lived here. There's no obvious, you know, thing that's been done by whatever did this. There's not really a clear method to the madness. There's definitely, you know, dead animals and dead people, and broken doors and windows and that sort of thing. But it like, why would you do this to local villagers? Why would you just, like, kill them for sport?
I think we should look for the trail that came to here.
Yeah, let me look around. You look for the trail.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for the trail.
All right, give me. You rolled a 26 to find your way out here. I'm gonna need another one because the incoming trail is a little bit different. Give me. Oh, it's close, but it's not close enough after modifiers for like how old the trail is. Because the last one was, you know, today's Monday.
Yeah.
The first village was Friday. This was probably before Friday.
Do I get any bonuses because I'm consistently following, like, I believe to be the same people? No?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Like, you know, I look for shoe prints. Like, do I see boot prints again?
You know, what prints are around, it's hard to tell who or what they were. There's clearly people who lived here, and all the tracks here were probably theirs. You've been able to follow the tracks that, like, left the village and went on a beeline towards Stillwater, but once you get in this little hamlet, they all muddy together.
And is there the remnants of, like, eaten people, eaten animals?
Not so much eaten people here, but yeah, animals that have been ripped open.
Eaten. We don't know that the people were eaten in Stillwater yet because we've not seen the bodies. So that could still be consistent. So has everyone been kind of like nailed up and...
No, not everyone's been nailed
ransacked?
up, but they're all in that style. Like, one person has been, like, staked to a wall and then had their belly ripped open. Another person appears to be, like, tied over a fence and then just had, like, you know, big wounds ripped into their back and all the way down. But, like, a lot of wounds. Like, someone took their time to inflict non-lethal wounds before finally, like, breaking open the neck or, you know, breaking the neck to the side.
And the wounds don't look like they've been done with weapons. They look like they've been done with claws.
A lot of them look like claws, but you do find a body that has a knife in it and lots of knife wounds as well. So someone who, or something that uses weapons and claws... Unless they made each other fight to the death and stab at one another and then killed the remain.
What about the knife? Does it look like a kitchen knife from one of the houses, or does it look like a warrior's knife?
Yeah, it looks like a household knife, not like a cutting knife, but like a regular old. You know.
And is there anything of value here? Like, does it look like it's been turned over by like me and Pigeon?
Not like the last house was. There is some destruction here, but there's also very clearly like an area where, how do you say, there's like a bunch of boxes that have all been dragged next to each other. and opened, but they're all empty. And there's like, well, you rolled a 17 and a 14 on your ant check, so that's actually all I'm going to give you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will take anything of obvious value. But what I'm more interested in is trying to work out whether or not these are intelligent creatures who understand the value of gold.
Well, there have been some things that look like cash boxes, small containers, but well built, that have a simple locking mechanism on them that are gathered together, but they're all empty. They've all been opened, and there's not a coin amongst them.
Okay. Well, there you go. That could still be werewolves because they can turn into people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Luther, maybe we should go to Misty Rapids.
I mean, it did look like where they were traveling.
I mean, what if they're all dead? We should go check it out.
Yeah. As we're walking around this village, I call out, "Hey! Is anyone here? Anyone hiding? Anyone survive?"
No survivors.
Yeah. I look at Pigeon, and I think about how we probably shouldn't leave all these corpses like this.
Why?
Because this is meant to be like land protected by Lord Shacklebrook. This is fucked up. At least Neil start taking the bodies down from the stakes and stuff like that.
At least
put them up in a pile.
Yeah, you gather the corpses of the 4 households, which is like 30 some bodies.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck.
Yeah, multi-generational massacre here. Old, young, everyone.
Any of them look armed or like they put up a fight?
There are definitely defensive wounds on many of them, yeah. But there's wounds on all of them, Yeah.
I think this is go back and tell Shacklebrook time. 30 dead bodies is definitely different. Maybe.
I think we should just go and check on Misty Rapids and then head back. We've probably still got time.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
You got your horse with you, so...
Yeah, we gather the bodies into a pile.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we could split up and I could ride fast to Misty Rapids and you could head back to Stillwater. And I could meet you there.
I'm down for that.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right. When you get there, like check out the bodies, right? Don't do anything crazy.
All right.
Okay. Neil, I ride directly towards the road, and then I'm going to ride along the road.
All right. You head north till you hit the road, and then you head towards Misty Rapids, the ruins of Misty Rapids.
I ride quick. I'm trying to be quick. Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people on the road these days. And you can make your way to Misty Rapids, the ruined town, once a great and thriving metropolis with a keep and houses and all sorts of shops and whatnot, and now just a single road through rubble and ruin and ash-strewn areas. There's some little tents scattered around, a couple of places that have been built into lean-tos with scavenged lumber. Maybe
doesn't look like they've all been slaughtered then.
No, people are still here.
I wonder if it's worth trying to chat to them. I feel like there's a chance I'll just get fucking mugged, but I sort of trot over, Neil, to one of the tents.
Yeah, it's well off the trail. Do you want to, not that it makes a huge difference, but do you want to head down towards the river or up towards the ruins of the castle? Because none of the people that are camping directly on the road. Some are on the river side and some are on the castle side.
Wherever's the least dense.
Castle side it is. Yeah. You trot up a ways. There's an old trail that leads to the burned out ruins of a castle, and it's maybe like a quarter mile to the castle itself. But before you get there, on a small little hill, is a small encampment, a couple of tents put together, and some scavenged stone and wood to create like a little wall to block the winds.
Oh there.
Yeah. Within this encampment are 5 people. You say ho there. The person closest to you is a young man, and he'll step forward with a cap in hands and say, "Ah, my lord."
Wondering about any travelers that passed through here in the last day or two. Perhaps flush with coin.
I ain't seen no coin, and midwinter like this, ain't very many travelers. But there was a group that came through here Saturday, maybe
What day is it today?
Monday. The first murders were
Is that-
Friday night.
That lines up. You see him?
Mm-hmm. Saturday afternoon. Real strange folk.
You meet him?
Nope. They came into town and then they went down towards the river.
Who met them? Anyone speak to them?
Well, I didn't pay them too much attention until I saw them get in the water and swim across.
All right, you come and show me.
Okay. He'll walk down to the river with you.
I flick him a silver coin.
Thank you. Just take it off your character sheet. You'll
Yep.
get down towards the riverside, and he'll show you, 4 people came this way. Then they plunged into the river over here. This place is called Misty Rapids. This water is it's narrow enough that you can cross here, but the water real strong. No one jumps in the water here, but this is where they chose to jump in, and jump in they
Yeah,
did.
What were they wearing?
I was
What do
up
they
on
look like?
the hill. Maybe he points to the others down the road. Maybe one of these folks saw him.
I flick him another silver and say, go and find out for me and bring him here if someone knows.
All right. A few minutes later, he comes back with a middle-aged woman. She comes on over, keeps her head bowed real low. The young guy that you were talking to says, this lady, this fine lady, said she saw them come towards the river. And they dove in with all their clothes on. Everything. Didn't take anything off. Plunged beneath the waters. And, well, maybe she should tell you the rest. And the woman, looking towards the ground, says, I'm not a liar, my lord. I ain't a liar.
I'll be the judge of that. Speak your piece.
Men jumped into that river.
Men?
Men. 4 men. With all their clothes. All their
Wearing
boots.
armor?
No armor, sir. No. But one of them had a sword at his side. But the men didn't come out of that water. They plunged beneath the rapids themselves. I thought they were mad. I thought they were crazy. I thought they were going to kill themselves. I thought they'd been driven beyond the realms of sanity. Well, I saw some very large dogs swimming down river a minute later.
4 dogs?
Uh-huh. 4 men jumped in, didn't come back out. But a little bit later, some dogs did. They got off on the other side of the river, just down the way. She points down the waterway. They got off down the river a little ways, and
Can I see the point where she says they came out?
yeah, it's on the far side, inaccessible to you, but you can see the point. There's a little, beach is a strong word here, but the cliff, the edge of the river is low to the ground, and you could crawl out there, it looks like. And then the dogs on the other side, they just walked into the forest.
These look like normal dogs or wolves or...
Could be wolves, could be dogs. I came over here to where the men jumped in, and I was looking in the water, looking to see what happened. I didn't notice them until they were all the way down there, swept down current bays, and then
All right.
it was just a moment or two before they were gone into the woods.
I kick my horse and trot over to her, and I hand her 2 silver pieces. Thanks for your help.
I'm not a liar, my lord. I ain't
I
making
trust
this
you.
up.
You stay warm out there. Lord Shacklebrook's got to see to this. And then I kick my horse and yeah. You get back on the road.
Yaw back towards Stillwater. Pigeon, you get back to Stillwater well before Luther does. The bodies aren't quite done being dug up yet.
Okay.
Anything you want to do in Stillwater before Luther returns?
Are those losers still over there laying around?
When you come back into town, you do catch them hanging outside, like finding a little patch of warm sunshine to hang out in the winter. And then if you head their way, which it sounds like you might be, they see you coming and then get up and go inside a house.
Hey, wait there.
They
walk on over.
make a morale check. Wow, they passed with flying colors. They hurry into the house when you shout after them and shut the door behind them.
Okay, I'll go knock on the door.
Bop, 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 bop.
Yeah. The door opens. One of the layabouts is there. He's got like an uncomfortable look on his face. Can I help you, sir?
Yeah, I got a quick question for you.
What's your name, sir?
Coop.
Pleasure to meet you, Coop. I'm Fred.
So on Friday, when you guys were jerking off outside, did you see anything interesting?
Nope. It was just a regular day. A big flock of passenger pigeons came overhead, blotted out the
You didn't hear
sky
all the
for a little
people
bit.
getting murdered?
On Friday? Well, I hear there were murders Friday night, but not Friday day.
I grab him by this fucking
Hey,
collar.
what's the big idea?
Listen here, wise guy. Piece of shit. You know what I'm talking about. What did you fucking see? I'm starting to think you did it.
I didn't see shit. That happened way down the road. I'm way over here. How could I see anything from over here?
You or any of your shitbag friends see anything?
No. And if I did,
I feel like he's
I
lying
wouldn't
to me?
hide it from you. I don't know, dude. You don't seem to be trusting him very much.
No, I don't trust him. There's my charisma check.
15 on your charisma check versus yeah, he seems pretty sketchy. You know,
right.
peasants are always killing each other for gold, blaming
I
it
kinda
on
like-
monsters.
Pull him out. Can I pull him outside?
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to make me an opposed strength check. He's not.
So he's
necessarily-
resisting me.
He's resisting. Yes.
He's resisting arrest.
Oh, he's resisting.
Yes, he rolls a 26 on his strength check to try and, you know. He grabs the frame of the door as you try to pull him. He's like, "Hey, what the hell? What's the big idea? Unhand me."
Oh, you're resistant. I'm trying to ask you some questions. You better come outside right now.
I can answer.
I give him
them-
like another.
I
I give him
can answer
another
them-
pull.
Yeah.
He resists again.
He's still resisting. Yeah. I'm
All
just.
right.
I can answer him from within here. What's the big deal? Get your mitts off me.
Punch in the stomach, Koibu.
Oof.
Boom.
You give him a good strike to the stomach.
Do you want to roll to hit?
Yeah, please.
16.
Easy. He goes, oof.
I don't know for how much damage, but
It's
D2?
It's a 12 on the die. It's just on the punching table.
oh, sick.
Punching table.
And I don't get the from level.
Excuse me?
I don't get the +4 from level.
No, it's based on the natural die roll, not the
Natural die, got it.
modifications. Yeah. Because it comes from the Thaco system where you don't get pluses, you just have to roll against your own chance. It's a weird crack out old system from the 80s. A kidney punch, 1 point of damage, 5% KO. Not very high. Why don't
right.
you roll it?
1d100. I want low.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, he gets just a oof. Dude.
And I'm gonna hit him again because I got 2 hands
Yeah, you do. Offhand.
for an 18.
It's a wild swing for 0 damage and a 1% KO. A wild
And
swing to
18's a
0?
mid?
That's it. Okay, this is weird.
That's weird.
It's one of 2 things. They're both wild swings on the table
Yeah.
that have 0 for damage. Everything else is 1 or 2 and a 1% KO. Why do barehanded attacks only cause 1 or 2 points of damage? These cause 1d3. Strength bonus applies. Punching damage is handled a little different. For the sake of if a character, any character can voluntarily pull his punch to not cause any damage. Why does it say 0? It specifically says it should do 1 or 2, but you should use.
Well, it's also a crit technically. That's a good fucking roll.
It is a good fucking roll.
Whatever.
Oh, for example, if a character successfully punched with an 18.
No.
Oh, okay, 18. Sorry, 19 is the wild swing. 18 is a rabbit punch. I misread it. It's 1 damage and 3% chance of KO.
Okay, I missed the KO, but I do an extra damage.
Punching and wrestling attacks can succeed on rolls of less than 1. Exceptions to the general rule. Why the fuck would it have a 0 damage for a wild swing on a success?
Maybe wild swing means like it's a miss.
Because
you're swinging like crazily.
Yeah, but it still has a 1% KO chance.
True.
So weird. So weird. The best roll is actually less than 1. It's a haymaker with a 25% KO chance. Crazy.
Huge.
All right. Anyway, that's not important. That's not important. What's important is that you beat this guy a couple of times, and after 2 blows, he releases his grip on the door frame and gets pulled outside.
Good.
Yeah.
What aren't you telling me, shitbag? Did they have any enemies?
No. Not that I know of. No real
Tell me
enemies.
what you fucking know.
I don't know shit. The Mitchells. Mitchell and his wife and his 2 fucking kids. Pieces of shit kids. They're just fucking ordinary people. They're just piss poor farmers who moved the way down here, all the way from Meadstead after that place got wrecked over and destroyed. Came down here in search of a better fucking life. Picked up that piece of shit property down the end of the ways. Leached off of Harold and Joyce and borrowed out of their fucking barn. They were just pieces of shit. They're just regular old fuckheads. Causing their own messes with their own shitty kids.
So you didn't like him, so that's why you did it, didn't you?
Why would I kill them? Why would I hack them to bits? Huh?
Because you're a fucking sicko. I saw what you did in the Hamlet, too.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You know, in the Hamlet, there's 30 people dead out there.
Bullshit. You're a psychopath. Who the fuck are you? Coop?
I fucking punch him again. I give him a bop bop. Here's 2. Hold on. 1d20.
Oh.
1d20. F.
Oh god, that might be lights
that's
out for him.
2 more damage. You've done a total of 4 damage to this guy who has 8 HP. Peasant
motherfucker.
strength. 10% KO on the 20 and 1% on the wild swing.
1d100. Here's the 1%, and then here's the 10%. Nope.
All right. He's at 4 HP. He drops to the ground and just
You better
lays.
show me some fucking respect, bitch.
Just-
Hey, you idiots in there. Come on out here.
They come on out. One of them
What are you...
starts to talk up, and the other puts a hand on his shoulder and says, "Fuck, that's the detective of Cauldron. Cool it, dude."
Nice.
All right, what do you know about the Mitchells?
Or whatever their name is.
Mitchell and his wife. We just call them the fucking Mitchells from Meadstead. I don't know. I think they used to be some sort of honey makers or something. Apiarists. Came down here a couple years ago.
Yeah, that seems to track. You see anything on the night of the murders? Anything interesting? Anything weird?
A dog wouldn't stop barking. All the other dogs in the village were howling up a storm, and then they all fucking went quiet at the same time. That was weird.
Okay. I kick the guy on the ground, not to
Give
do
me
damage.
A perception check.
Okay.
See, your high
33.
perception. This is gonna get this guy killed. As the other person, as he finishes up his story, and you had just said, do you see anything weird? The guy on the ground, who you've dealt 4 damage to and have been beating, mumbles under his breath to himself that you're not supposed to notice, but you've got 17 perception. But you hear him say, "Saw your fucking mom."
Wait, say it one more time.
I saw your fucking mom.
Oh.
But
Okay.
he's trying to
saying
say it to himself,
Okay. I mean, he's on the ground.
Yeah, you could pretend like you didn't hear it. It wasn't meant for you to hear, but your ears, man. 17 perception.
I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna get real low. I'm gonna go into his ear and I'm gonna whisper, "I'm gonna see your mom tonight, bitch." And then I'm gonna give him like a head fucking smack. I want to go as hard as I can, so even if it does damage to me, that's fine.
Yeah. Roll me that lovely d20.
Hit him with the headbutt. Let's go.
7.
Oof.
Well, he's prone on the ground, so you have +4 plus all your other bonuses.
Oh.
It's 2 points of damage with a nice combination blow and a 10% KO chance. Very good roll.
All right, here's my 10%.
Not quite close, but he takes 2 points of damage and he falls back on the ground and just like covers his head with his
Say what
arms
you like
and
about this
curls
guy.
into a little ball.
He can take a fucking beating, to be fair to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Get your friend some help. And fuck off.
And then I'll go back and check on the dead body people.
Right. Luther will ride into town a little bit later. The people have finished digging up the corpse just a little bit before Luther arrives. So you're there alone, Pigeon, as the shovel hits the first body. They didn't even have time to make them coffins. Probably not even a coffin maker in town. And they pull out the corpses, or the chunks of them. It's more of like sections of bodies. Here's a torso, here's an arm, here's the leg, here's a couple of heads.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll give them a look over. Do I see anything interesting?
They look like they've been ripped to pieces. No one would. It's an unnecessary amount of violence. It's a Tarantino level mayhem.
Doesn't look like feasting. It looks like abject slaughter.
Yeah. I think you'll ride in as the bodies are like pulled out and Pigeon's standing over the different parts, and someone's like tried to arrange them into like, this is Mr. Mitchell, and this is Mrs. Mitchell, and this is Mrs.
Christ.
Mitchell Jr.
Okay.
What a shit show.
I'll wait for Luther, yeah.
Yeah, Luther, you arrive as that's being organized.
Yeah, that's what I say as I come up. What a shit show. Look at the state of this.
I mean, it's nothing like the other place.
No, it's not. Seems like they took their time over there.
Did you find anything?
I look around. Is anyone else nearby?
Just the 2 grave diggers.
All right, give us a moment, I say to them.
They drop the shovels and head back somewhere else to go get some water and chill out.
I chatted to some of the people in Misty Rapids. They said they saw a group of 4 men come in on Saturday, so that'd be around the right time frame. Spoke to this old lady who says she saw him. They weren't wearing armor, and that they just went into the river, never came out the other side. A few moments later, further down the river, she saw 4 large dogs swim out the other side of the river and walk into the woods.
Fuck?
Yeah, I know. I guess it is werewolves then. I don't know. Dogs better swimmers than men?
I shrug.
That's worrying, though. I mean, if they're in the Tether Wilds,
We gotta go tell Shacklebrook.
if they're in the Misty Woods, then we can't track them down there. We'll get ourselves killed.
Agreed. I mean, we're gonna need to get the gang together.
We got to do something about those bodies out there as well. We're gonna need to bring some men from Cauldron out there to dig graves for all these people.
I'm sure
Right.
Shacklebrook will figure that out.
Well, yeah, but anyway, what I'm saying is, we gotta tell him about that anyway.
Yeah. Well, let's go.
All right, I think, Neil, I paid these 2 guys 1 gold to dig up these bodies. They've been clearly working on it all day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I call them back over.
Okay.
Say, so the silver in it each if you'll put these guys back.
They nod, exhausted, but they'll do it.
All right.
They
Give them 2 silver.
unceremoniously push the remains into the grave and start to refill it.
Hey, money.
Yeah,
All right. We'll head on back to Shacklebrook. Cauldron.
it's Cauldron, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You'll get there in the evening. It's pretty late now. So you had to ride all the way to Misty Rapids and back. That's a 64-mile round trip, horseback ride. So I
So
think
my horse is tired now. Yeah.
your horse is beat. You'll get to Cauldron well too late to actually get into the castle. You'll have to wait until tomorrow.
That's fine. Yeah. Put the horse in the stable. I think we.
Well, I mean, is it fine? I feel like we might, for 30 dead people in a fucking hamlet, I feel like we might need to make a bit of a ruckus and wake some people up to
I
report back.
consider it.
If
I consider
yeah.
it. Yeah.
If I was the Shacklebrook and I was like owning the fucking Cauldron, I would probably want to be woken up and told.
I make a wisdom check, Neil, to try and work out whether this is appropriate. I get a 27. Can you advise?
Ooh. Well, if it's an imminent threat, if you think that
It's not. I don't think it's an
Well,
imminent threat.
it could be. The dogs came back this way.
yeah.
No, they came but on the other side of the island. The other side.
They
of the
did go
river,
on the
right?
other side of the river, but the question is, like, weren't they going? Didn't you say they were going south, Neil, or no?
I think you just said they went into the
They
woods.
just went into the woods. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe not an imminent.
Yeah, if it's an imminent threat, you should absolutely, pull out all the stops.
I think we just go at first light.
Yeah.
I think we're tired. Rather than go to the tavern, and we go home for the night, and we get up first thing. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Luther's killed people before, and we've seen, we fought some undead. But I think seeing an entire village slaughtered like that and having to move all the bodies now doesn't sit well. I think that's quite a rough sleep that night for Luther.
Yeah.
Pigeon has a wet dream.
You wake up in the morning, you head back to the castle first thing. Joyce Sunderland is waiting for you. She tells you that Annabelle Redshield's not very happy that she had to babysit this kid all fucking day. It's not her job. But that's for you to deal with. She's just letting you know that there's going to be, that you're going to have to file some complaints. And that she's...
Well, I'm sure she'll figure it out when she hears there was a village of 30 people fucking executed, so...
I mean, we don't have to do everything in this town. She could have asked Basil for some help in doing it. I mean, I feel like that's unreasonable.
Yeah. Totally.
Well, Joyce, I'm afraid we got worse news than one orphan.
Oh, God.
There's a hamlet out to the east of Stillwater, a few hours ride.
Mm-hmm.
You know it? I don't know its name, but...
Sure,
about
don't
4
know.
houses out there. Well, everyone there dead, slaughtered. 30 people.
She lets out a low sigh.
I gotta speak to the boss. There's more. It's worse.
You see any sign of horses? An invading army? Warlords?
No. It's this group of 4.
Okay. 4 people killed 30?
I don't know if they're people. That's the thing.
A lot.
I need to speak to Basil. I need to speak to the boss. It's important. We got to get some guys out there with shovels. We can't be just leaving 30 bodies out. It's going to attract monsters.
Yeah. She lets you in. You can hurry up, find Basil. He's taking his morning breakfast out in the courtyard. I'm sorry, not in the courtyard.
Basil.
On the balcony that kind of overlooks the courtyard. You'll find him there.
I hate to interrupt your breakfast, old boy, but got some real grave news. Need to talk to the boss.
What's it about?
This murder that happened in Stillwater a few nights back. We followed the tracks of the people that did it. Tracked him to a hamlet about 2 hours east out of Stillwater.
Mm-hmm.
4 entire families slaughtered. 30 dead people.
Yeah, takes his
Everyone.
little handkerchief and dabs the food off of his face. 4 families, all dead?
Yeah.
Out past Stillwater? Well, let's go get Mr. Lord Shacklebrook. He gets up and motions for you to follow him. Pauses, goes back and picks up like a little bit of his scrambled egg on toast and eats it while he walks down the hall with you towards
That's
Lord
fair. I
Shacklebrook's
won't
chambers.
begrudge him that.
Mm-hmm. He gets to Lord Shacklebrook's chambers and raps on the door a few times. Can Pigeon, roll me a d20, Pigeon.
Just a d20?
Just a d20. I want to
15.
hide what we're doing here. There's the rapping on the door, and then you hear like some voices whispering to each other on the other side with your amazing ears. And then by the time the door opens, it's just Lord Shacklebrook in like a big heavy robe that he's got pulled over him to keep the morning chill off. He looks at the two of you and Basil and says, "Well, this can't be good."
Who are you talking to?
Excuse me?
I elbow Pigeon. Shut the fuck up. My lord, we've got bad news from the murders in Stillwater. We need to talk about it.
Okay. Give me a moment to put myself together. I'll meet you in the war chamber.
Yeah, of course. As we walk back, I sort of go to Pigeon. You want to be fucking hanging from a noose?
What? I mean, he was in there talking to someone. I was just curious who it was.
Whatever it was, he doesn't want you to know about it.
Maybe he doesn't want you to know.
Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't.
You know, I gave him that cream for his dick. Probably putting it to good use.
Yeah, well, good. Hope he appreciates it.
All right. A few minutes later, the two of you, the Basil and the cupbearer Sybil, are all in this room together. Sybil's bringing everyone some morning wine and some little baked goods from the bakery.
Could I have some elven wine, Sybil?
She goes, I don't think we have any elven wine.
Oh, just go check, please.
She hurries off to the kitchens, and Basil looks over at you and says, "Why are you torturing the poor girl? You know very well there's no elven wine here, and if there was, you wouldn't be having it for breakfast. What's your game,
I know where to get
Pigeon?"
some elven wine. They got it at Tassel.
So why are you torturing the poor girl?
Well, I didn't know. I don't know if we have elven wine. I've never really asked.
You should
we get to the
learn
masses?
your
Can we get to the
position
masses at
in
hand?
society, detective. Listen to your betters and don't cause a mess. You'll soon outwear your lord's welcome. And Lord Shacklebrook starts to wave Basil off, we got better things to do. Please, the matter of the day. The matter of the day.
Yeah, well, listen. So there was a murder in Stillwater about 3 nights back.
Yes.
You know, we were in Tassel, so we only got there the night before last.
Yes, yes.
An entire family, the Mitchell family. There's a mother and father, an older sibling and a younger sibling. Well, the older child, the parents, slaughtered, ripped apart. Looks more like the work of a beast than the work of men. A small boy managed to hide and survive, but he's got some pretty nasty, what look like claw marks on his legs. And Lady Redshield's been looking after him, and we'll come back to him. The oxen looks like it has been feasted upon, all the animals taken, the house ransacked, coins and any silver taken as well.
Yes, yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we followed the tracks, right? The tracks coming into the town, so where they were before, led to a hamlet 2 hours east of Stillwater. About 4 buildings out there, 4 families. Everyone there was dead. Some of them looked like they'd been staked to walls, their stomachs ripped open, others stabbed multiple times. All in all, there's about 30 people dead. I haven't had a chance, so I couldn't dig that many graves. I'd suggest you send someone out there to see to it, because otherwise we don't want to attract ogres or whatever else might be roaming the Tether Wilds.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something else, right? So we followed the tracks out of Stillwater, headed down to the road, going in the direction of Misty Rapids. So I took a ride up there, see if any of the sort of homeless people living out there saw anything.
Mm-hmm.
This old lady said she saw a group of 4 men walk right into the river, go under the water, and a few minutes later saw 4 large dogs appear and come out of the water and go onto the other side and into the Wispwood. Now, it sounds strange, but the little kid says that he caught a glimpse of what looked like a wolf man, and other reports in the village say that all the dogs were acting weird when the murders took place. All the dogs in the village barking at the same time, all stopping at the same time. Real sketchy like.
Your assessment?
I struggle. I don't know much about monsters, but sounds like a werewolf to me. I
Does
say
to
that
me
we make
too.
sure that boy's locked up in his cell before the full moon comes around.
He shakes his head.
It's either a werewolf, sir, or Basil's mom and her friend got out again.
Lord Shacklebrook and Basil both look at you. Neither of them laugh. They look super serious. I think you're having a good time.
I roll a charisma check not to laugh. I don't laugh.
You only got a 24
I
though.
stifle.
That's a good charisma check.
Yeah, but everyone hears about something serious and you're having a good time. I think this fits with Pigeon's character, who's just 7 charisma, making
That's
jokes
right.
at the wrong times.
Pigeon's character also lacks a sense of like risk, sort
Yes.
of
He
does.
perception.
Yeah. That's why Luther was sheriff and Pigeon's detective. Yeah.
Pigeon laughs. He has a good time.
You know, we could head across the river and try and track them further into the Wispwood, but
No, we
don't-
can't risk
I don't-
losing any more people that we
Yeah.
need. I think if what I have been led to believe is true, we will need some sort of magical or silver weapons to fight them. And our coffers are low. We could forge some silver swords in Stromheim, but that might take some time. There's not many great silversmith remaining. I'm afraid we might have to send word
Tis
to
daddy.
High Castle or
Ooh.
Mystria and ask for help.
it's not likely to come.
Not quickly. And it's not good for business. It's not good for us to have to rely on... He thinks.
What about the lady in Thornwood?
Well, the lady in Thornwood... He pauses. He thinks to himself, I've got the one magic sword.
And the dagger.
Yeah, that's
The
right. We've got our
problem-
magic weapons.
The problem is, those who are injured by werewolves can then themselves become werewolves. Even if we were able to give Lionel Lanquill or Sabin Twin Towers a magic weapon to go fight these things, if they were injured, they might... It's not a risk I can take. I'm sure Twin Towers could wring their necks single-handedly, but can't have him infected with lycanthropy. We're gonna need someone expendable and witchy. Do you know anyone who could do this? Who could find and dispatch of these people? You have contacts in the city. Is there anyone there who might be up to this task?
Kind of people we know in the city aren't one for a straight fight, you know. I've probably never met anyone that could take Twin Towers in a battle, but
I mean, the
I'm sure
Demon
I could
Slayers
find-
could maybe do it.
I think I could find someone in the city who might be able to find a silver weapon or two, perhaps procure some silver to make such a weapon. I also, you know, there's a couple of alchemists and that knocking around town. I'm sure maybe there's a cure for this whole werewolf thing. I thought people used to say wolfsbane.
People say a lot of things. Wolfsbane is highly toxic. It can kill you taking it alone.
Yeah.
It might be a cure for lycanthropy, but it might also be worse than the disease. We're going to make a roll right now because the pressures on leadership are intense. And you know someone in the city who might have access to silver weapons that he could get his hands on, but that means slipping down the path of criminality. And the question is Lord Shacklebrook going to slowly descend into a tyrannical rule, appointing thieves as sheriffs and detectives and stealing the magic weapons that he needs to keep his people safe? Is he edging down that path, or is he going to retain his good heart, which he started the campaign with but has been slowly tainted?
Good.
Are you guys pushing him in any direction? I saw you offer up we could steal a silver sword for you.
I've been trying to get him to let us go into the somehow get us into the inner city for a bit. Because if we could get into the inner city and we could pull off one single heist, we could get a few magic items, I believe, easily.
I don't know if it'll be that easy, but yeah, I mean, I don't know if Neil were encouraging it, but I think
Pigeon is.
I think it's like a 12 out of 20. As a party, I think we're a 12 out of 20 on a positive versus negative, you know, if 10 is neutral.
Okay. The 12 out of 20 of pushing him in the direction of crime, you mean?
Letting us go and do it, yeah.
Just let me steal a few magic swords, and we're golden.
Lord Shacklebrook thinks to himself, so there's no murderer on the loose in Stillwater. There's no immediate threat to the peoples.
I don't think so, no. Unless they come back. I mean, they've clearly not faced any opposition. So next time they're hungry, who knows? Although they passed right through Misty Rapids and didn't kill anyone.
I will talk to Lady Redshield about what to do with lycanthropy, with werewolves, if there's any methods or cures. You'd really use a cleric for all of this. And we're going to need silver weapons. That is another expense we can ill afford. We're supposed to be heading into the Thornwood Forest soon to deal with the ogres and gather some loot from them.
My lord, I was going to ask you something about that.
Yes.
In my training, fighting with this greatsword,
Yes.
I could do with a chance to put it to some real use. And I was wondering if you might grant me the leave to join the party and fight the ogres.
And my lord, I'm an excellent tracker. I could easily track the ogres for everyone.
If they do have any silver hidden about their caves, I'm sure Coop here will spot it real quick.
He thinks to himself, sure. If you'd like to volunteer, come along.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go. Do you want us to head into the city and ask about Wolfsbane and silver weapons?
I'll ask Lady Redshield first. We're going to need some coinage, and then we're going to need to head to High Castle to purchase, to procure some silver weapons. I don't think there's
Sweet.
anyone left in Stromheim to handle that. But we need the money first.
All right, well, let's get to those ogres then. When are we going?
We've been trying to work with Lady Tulwick out in Thornwood, but our priorities and timelines are not matching up. It's her forest, so we'll need her permissions, but I think we need to press her to go sooner. I'll send a runner today. She'll probably be leaving at the end of the week, so everything is ready.
Fantastic. Okay, well, I suppose that we leave the issues with Tassel on the back burner for now.
Do you mind if I ask you a question, my lord?
Is it pertinent to the conversation?
Yeah, I nod.
Go ahead.
You ever consider marrying Lady Tulwick?
Basil, he
silence.
says, looking over across at the old man next to you, has suggested something similar. I cannot find it in my heart to pair bond with that woman. I know that marriages are, amongst my people, are often tools of diplomacy. He shakes his head. But I don't know if I'm ready for a loveless marriage at this point. And I'm a young bachelor. There's great things to come. Let's let Lady Tolwick prove herself before we hop into bed with her, metaphorically speaking. She may yet fail in Thornwood, and I do not need another albatross around my neck at this point. Maybe in the future, but not now.
Fair.
If you'd hear my opinion, my lord, I'd say
On
whilst
my
Tolwick
marriage?
might be a solid match today, I'm sure in 10 years you'll be able to do a lot better.
Yes. We're going to bide our time.
I know.
He drifts off in thought for a little while, shakes his head, snaps back to reality, and says, okay.
Excuse me.
And can I excuse myself to like go to the bathroom?
Yeah, totally.
I don't go to the bathroom now.
Where do you go?
I want to listen in his door. I want to hear if there's anybody in there.
You head back up to his bed chambers. Now, sneaking around, just so you know, your character would know this.
I know.
If you enter his bed chambers, without express invitation,
Big deal.
That's a hanging, That's a
hanging?
that's the point of, like, I cannot trust this person who's a known thief and they're sneaking around my bed chambers.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't trust him anymore. That's a hanging.
I'm looking for the bathroom. I'm not going in, but I am gonna go to it.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna listen in.
Yeah.
And as I leave, I'm gonna whisper to Luther and say,
Stall him.
and then I'm gone.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
You head up to the bed chambers. Give me what's your detect noise chance? I want to roll it in secret. Or your roll.
So I would hopefully be going for a perception check versus an eavesdrop.
This is
But
definitely an
if it is-
eavesdrop. Yeah.
An eavesdrop is an 8.
You put your ear to the door, and all you hear is the, gentle draft blowing through the cold castle on this winter's day. There's no sounds coming from the other side of the door. It's a good door. It's a thick door. It's got a little bit of fur around the edge, too.
If I were to give it a rap, would I have time to get out of view?
It's a hallway. You could knock and run down the hallway. Yeah.
I give it a rap, and then I listen for a second, and then I will run down the hallway if I hear anything.
You listen and hear nothing.
Okay, I leave.
Okay. Back in the other meeting, I think it's all wrapped up. There's not much to do.
Yeah.
It'll be maybe a week before you leave for the Thornwood Forest, and then whatever comes from there, maybe head up to High Castle to get some silver weapons made. Shacklebrook rolled well on his morality check. He is still on the path of a good man, but it is hard when the world is stacked against you.
True. Well, testing his morality once more, I say. Before we wrap this up, my lord, what will happen to the boy?
The boy. Well, let's go see him. And he heads with you towards Lady Redshield's chambers. He'll knock on her doors.
Yeah.
She will.
That's fine. I was gonna knock, but he can do it.
Yeah, he knocks. She appears a little bit later, dressed and ready for the day. Her eyes look a little bleary, though.
I wonder if she was in there. She was. This sly dog.
Lord Shacklebrook asks her, what happened to the boy? And she looks at Luther. Coop
Oh,
gave
come
him
on.
to me and told me that he might be infected by a werewolf bite. We're nowhere near the full moon, but I didn't think it was best to let him have roam of the castle. I put him in one of the spare bedrooms and asked a servant to wedged the door shut so he couldn't get out. Lord Shacklebrook looks over at Luther.
Well, I don't know what happens if a kid turns into a werewolf, but I've seen them smash down a door, so I'm not sure that's going to hold him.
He turns back to her.
When the moon comes.
If the boy were to turn into a werewolf, would he have full werewolf strength or would he be juvenile? And she shakes her head saying, this is well beyond my area of expertise. I haven't the foggiest idea, but I've never heard a story of a young half-strength juvenile werewolf before. I think if he turns, he turns. Lord Shacklebrook, heavy, looks to Basil and says,
Surely it's...
Basil,
What?
is it worth risking the lives of everyone in this castle or to potentially save the life of a single young...
My lord, before we do anything rash here, let me speak my piece. If the boy turns into a werewolf, we have our proof of what we're dealing against. We keep him in the dungeons. There's no way he can break free of that. If he doesn't, then maybe we don't need those silver weapons.
Basil will speak up. The full moon is next week, the same time you had hoped to leave for the Thornwood Forest, and I can't catch a break here. Well, we need all hands on board if the young lad turns, and we'll need silver weapons by then, or a good cage, or something he cannot break free from.
We need only chain him in the dungeons, surely.
Can he break a chain? Can werewolves break chains? I hear they're terribly strong.
They seemed strong based on what I observed. Nothing I saw would suggest to me that they're, tenfold stronger than a man.
All it takes is a single bad link in a chain and the whole thing snaps. One faulty smith hammer blow, one bit of corrupted iron, not quite purified, a small mistake. Everyone could
Then
be...
we chain both feet, we chain both arms, and we keep the cage locked. Surely...
And if he's
the
just a
information is
young
worth it.
lad, then we're chaining a young man in the dungeon overnight? Basil, what do you think? Lord Basil says, the lives of the people in this castle are far more important than that of a single orphan. If it were to come to it, I would say we prioritize the survivors over over this one. My lord.
I offer no further advice.
Lord Shacklebrook says he'll think on it. It's too heavy of a decision to make this early in the morning. He thinks.
Well,
the lady.
one last thing, my lord, I suppose. To argue against my own case. The boy has certainly been through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I would expect his mind to not be in a very good state, and, well, some might say it'd be a mercy.
Mm-hmm. He looks at you. Would you get the detective for me?
What do you want that for?
I need to have a private conversation with him.
Sure. I feel really annoyed as I go to look for Pigeon.
You find Pigeon. He's, on his way back to the meeting hall.
Hello, my lord.
Boss is
Give you a
looking for you.
courtesy. I know, it's Luther.
Boss is
Oh,
looking
the
for you.
boss? What the fuck's he
Yeah.
want?
Says he wants to have a private conversation.
Maybe he's gonna give me the role of sheriff. Maybe somebody's seeing my worth around here.
Yeah, or maybe tomorrow I'll be both sheriff and detective.
Oh, well, maybe tomorrow you'll be dead.
As Pigeon goes to walk past me, I sort of grab one arm of his and say, I know it's all fun and games, kid, but you gotta watch yourself around these people, They're dangerous. They won't think twice. If they think they can't trust us, that's it.
Pish posh. Lord Shacklebrook loves us, man.
I'm serious. You fuck this up, it's my head too. Just be
Well, I
careful.
don't want to die.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just, show a bit of respect. I let him go.
Pigeon will show some respect.
You'll find Lord Shacklebrook. He's in the war room. It's just him. He's alone. He has no bodyguards. He's got whatever spells he's
Oh, my
memorized, and he's
lord.
got a weapon at his side, but he's definitely
Can't stop
alone
him.
without the kid. Without Sybil even. Have a seat. I have a question for you. A couple questions for you, Coop.
Yeah, whatever you got.
I understand.
I sit down.
Yeah, I understand you come from a difficult place and a low rank in society. But I need you first to understand your position here. If you rub shoulders poorly with Basil or the others, it'll make it difficult for you to do your job. And if you can't do your job well, you're not of any use to me. I need you to get along. And that might mean holding back on your tongue from time to time.
I can do that, I guess.
You will need Basil on your side. He can make things quite difficult for you. Don't piss him off. Be a good boy.
Yes, my lord.
Thank you. The second thing I have to talk to you about, make a decision in the near future. A very difficult decision. And I may need someone to do a very unsavory deed for the betterment of all of us. I need to know if
yeah.
you're capable and willing to get your hands very dirty for a good cause.
I'm willing to be the dirtiest little boy you've ever had.
Okay, I think I've heard enough. You're dismissed.
All right, I know.
Oh,
I wouldn't.
I hope whoever you had in your chamber enjoyed the ointment I gave you.
Pigeon,
And I leave.
he says using
Yeah?
your original name. What did I just say about getting along?
Oh, I was trying to get along with you.
I head out.
Well,
I've headed back to the sheriff's hut.
sure. Other people are going to figure out what to do with little Timmy here.
Yeah.
The party can reconvene in the sheriff's hut. What
I'm
do you-
drinking my whiskey
Mhm.
when Pigeon gets back.
Been a rough couple of days. Not the high fun of breaking into Tassel and negotiating with criminals and throwing people around on the pier and one-upping each other over there. This has been some of the more ugly sides of lordly mannering in the Tether Wilds.
Yeah, I'm not expected to deal with the bodies, am I?
No.
Didn't sound like it.
Nope.
Yeah. So I'm drinking my whiskey, feet up on the desk, chair, leaning back on two legs,
Mm-hmm.
playing that thing, where there's always a risk that you go too far and you sort of almost fall off the chair, but keeping it steady. When Pigeon comes in, there's no one in the drunk tank because we've not been here to
Yeah.
arrest anyone and put him in there. When Pigeon comes in, I sort of kick a chair so he can sit down. And then I pour him a drink.
Shacklebrook scolded me for making fun of Basil's mom.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he said that I gotta be a good boy for him, and he said that he's gonna have to make me do some dirty things.
Wait, what?
I think
What do
he's
you
trying to
mean?
come on to me, man.
Really?
I think he's a dirty pervert.
Hey. Well, I mean, I don't get it. No offense, but maybe that'll be good for us.
Maybe, actually, yeah.
You sure that's what he meant?
I shrug.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he said that he's gonna need me to do some dirty work for him.
Oh. No, you might mean the kid.
Oh, like kill the kid? Yeah, I mean, I'm down to do that. I've been waiting to do that.
Yeah. Shrug. Well, might be. It seemed like Basil thought it was the best idea.
That little lycanthropic bitch.
Yeah, well, it might actually be for the best, because It really does sound like these are werewolves, so I slide the drink over to you.
I drink.
Tough couple of days.
Now, this is easy compared to what we used to do.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
Man, I don't know. All we used to have to worry about is ourselves. Do we have enough money to buy drink at the end of the week? Enough to keep Lemon in fancy dresses? I feel like I got the weight of the world on my shoulders these days.
Do you miss Lemon?
I never liked her too much, really.
Oh, I was banging her every night. It was awesome.
Yeah. She is kind of hot, but to be honest, it kind of put me off that you were all fucking her at the same time.
That's because you're a prude. That's what we all used to call you. Prude boy.
Well, yeah, you can have your jokes.
You know, I've never seen you get laid, actually.
That brickmaker girl in Thornwood was the hottest girl you've ever seen, and I was in there 100% if it wasn't for you fucking that up for me.
Yeah, I really fucked that up for you, didn't I?
Yeah, when you got, not every man can eat fucking oat and porridge every day, Some of us need a nice fine steak to really enjoy a meal, and I'm a man of fine standards, and it's not every day you meet a girl like that.
Yeah. Maybe not for you. I mean, if you're a king, I bet you meet these kind of women all the time.
Yeah, sure, if you're a king. So
How about we
I'm not-
become fucking kings then?
Well, we're working on it. One day. Every day we're getting closer, eh? I cheers my glass towards you.
I'd give you a cheers.
You know,
There
you think if
was-
we got rid of Basil that we'd take his spot?
Not yet. One day, maybe. We do enough dark shit for Shacklebrook, and he might have no choice but to keep us around.
Yeah, he'll be begging for us then, instead of us begging for him.
Whatever happens, if we're gonna leave, if that day ever comes, we need to get our shit back, our sword and our dagger. Before we
Yeah.
leave. Yeah.
Well, Lady Thornwood, she's gonna be coming on this adventure with us. She
Yeah.
might die.
So what?
I mean, if she dies, we know where our magic gear is, right?
Does she have it?
If I was a warrior, I'd have my shit, yeah.
No, I thought does Shacklebrook not have it?
No. Lady Thornwood has all the magic shit.
Shacklebrook has the sword. Thornwood has the dagger.
Okay.
Mm.
He keeps your magic sword on his side. That's his sidearm now.
Does he?
Yeah.
He uses the sword. Okay.
Yeah,
Fair
I mean, he
enough.
doesn't wield it, but like he carries
He's a
it
wizard.
on his
He
side.
can't even use it.
Yeah.
He can technically. Yeah, it's not prohibited from the wizard class.
Is it not?
No.
Oh. There was one other girl though. You remember that wizard in Shirebrook, the one down by the river?
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, she was something else.
She was hot.
She was real fucking hot. Yeah. When I'm a knight, maybe I'll have a chance with her.
I shrug.
You really not bothered about all those people?
People who died?
Yeah.
Why would I be?
I don't know. I couldn't sleep last night thinking about it.
I don't know. People die. What are you gonna do? As long as it's not one of us, we're A-okay, right?
Yeah, I guess we're okay. But I don't know. It's kind of not nice to think about it.
Pigeon's fine.
Yeah.
So
Well, we keep drinking.
as I think we're getting near our session end here, I've been noticing some things developing within your characters, and I want to ask you a little bit directly about it. It's okay if you don't have answers, or if this is a state of transition. You don't need to make defining statements at this moment, but I am getting the impression that, especially based on this last, couple hours here, that Luther's disposition is shifting slightly. Like, you've always been sort of a criminal man, but especially with all his bodies that you've seen, I've gotten the impression that Luther has like a almost like a moral sense to do right by the people that he's sheriffing over. I've been getting just the hint of like maybe there's something more important than making it for myself. Is that a right vibe that I'm picking up?
Well, I think that Luther felt like this is a second shot at life. Like, we would be dead if it wasn't for Shacklebrook's mercy.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, you know, responsibility will change someone. But Luther always cared about helping people that he felt he had to look after.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that group before was maybe those peasants in the streets that we used to like fund parties for,
Mm-hmm.
and basically
What a
steal
good
Team
life.
6 and Pigeon. You know, basically from Luther's first moments on screen, he's been looking after someone.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually don't think that's much of a change, but I do think that he feels like he owes Shacklebrook his life. Yeah.
We do.
Now,
Yeah.
the flip side of this is that I feel like Pigeon has gone the other direction, and the power and responsibility over Pigeon has sort of opened up, like has made it more okay to delve into his more bad cop sides. I feel like Pigeon has let the power get to his head in the different way. Rather than feeling responsible, he feels like he doesn't have limits placed on him. Is that also accurate, or am I misreading here, Pigeon?
I think that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Pigeon's looking to really utilize the power that he has.
Mm.
And you know, I'd mentioned before that Luther was really, really pissed off about that girl in Thornwood,
Mm-hmm.
because Luther looks after Pigeon, at least in his mind, and he's just fucked me over, and that really pissed me off. And I feel like it's the same thing. Like, he's not appreciating Shacklebrook
Mm.
has helped him and saved him, and he's just like kind of not like respecting that. So it's kind of the same thing. And I do think that Pigeon's going to get us killed eventually. It almost already happened once, right? At least in Luther's mind, that's how he sees it. But family's blood's thicker than water, and I guess he's already come to terms with that's how it's probably going to go out. So
You know, there
it's
was
time to change, though.
There was a time when you were both captives in Thornwood to Lady Tulwick, where I couldn't divide the two of you, where I pulled you into separate situations and tried to get you to pitch you against each other, or, you know, the forces in the world did. And it felt impossible. It felt like you had each other's backs. But here, a few sessions and a few months into Cauldron, and I feel that there is a growing gap in our characters.
I think that's wrong. I don't think
Oh.
that. I do think that Luther has Pigeon's back still.
I still
Like I
think
said.
Pigeon has Luther's back as well.
Yeah, I think we'd still die. I just feel like I would like to not have to. I think we've got a good thing going here, and I appreciate what Shacklebrook's doing for us. And I hope to be able to convince Pigeon not to fuck that up. But like I said, I don't think that he would necessarily kind of like be happy if Pigeon got himself hung and we just carry on. You know, I think we've got to ride or die. You know, like I said, blood's thicker than water.
Yeah.
They're homies to the very end.
They're homies to the end, but I do feel the homies' desires and dreams are less aligned and they're a little bit more. And I'm interested in, as our sessions
also-
continue, to see how this develops. Will they gel back together? Will they fracture? Will they split the party and get everyone killed? I'm curious to see how this relationship develops.
Thinking about this has made me think of a different approach to reining Pigeon in, rather than trying to appeal to his morals. Because I think a lot of it is more because Luther has higher charisma, and I feel like he generally understands like social structures and social power maybe more than Pigeon does. I think it's obvious to Luther that the true power here is getting in with Shacklebrook and building up our position within the local power structures, rather than necessarily just trying to grab as much immediate sort of power as we can. So maybe I'll have more luck appealing to that side of Pigeon, because I think Pigeon also wants to be strong and powerful and
Mhm.
wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
Big time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that is going to wrap us up for our session today.
We'll do a little bit of XP though.
We'll do a little bit of XP for investigating and that sorts of things.
I wonder if Neil knows the reason for the ogre plea.
Plea?
Or why did I want to get on the ogre fight so much?
Oh, I think you want some experience from fighting monsters to level up.
Especially because it doesn't matter how big your group is. It just matters how many monsters you defeat, right?
Well, you have to divide it amongst the whole group.
No, not the fighter XP.
Oh, I see. Oh. Well, the
Like,
thing
if we
I
killed
was just
20
going to
ogres-
hand wave it because you're going to be going with a party that's way stronger than you, and it's going to be a pretty one-sided battle. I wasn't necessarily going to play through it or give out XP for it. I was just going to say, like,
I think
a
we
week
should
later.
get some XP for it. If I fight a battle against 20 ogres, I feel like I should get the fighter XP for beating 20 ogres. Even if the XP for killing the ogres is split to the point of being nothing,
Mhm.
the fighter XP, which is also the
10
pitch
XP
that I
per
made,
hit
right?
die per level. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I were to go to level 3 now, that would be, I think ogres are 4 hit die. That'd be 120 XP per ogre. That's quite a lot.
That's quite a lot of experience.
Good XP.
Interesting. Okay, let me think on the ogre situation and prep all that for our next session, because things come up. Things have a way of happening, and we're going to have to deal with this kid and possible werewolving in a few days. So XP. So we had investigations of murders. We have finding the second site.
Yeah.
We have finding where they went into the woods. What else?
Confirming their nature. Getting the boy back to the doctors and...
Yeah. Now, vis-a-vis the boy, regarding the boy, that's an unresolved storyline. You got him to the doctors and healed up, but what to do with him has been left pretty open. The idea of sparing his life or killing him has been brought up, but no one has really pushed for anything or any third options, because there's always third options. Okay. I think this is probably going to be a little bit lower of a XP session, because I think we're setting more things up than we are resolving today. But let's do this is worth this here. This
we had some
is
good role playing with Shacklerook.
definitely. Yeah. RP.
Some successful tracking checks for Pigeon.
Uh-huh.
A lot of tracking checks.
Yeah.
I think we're each going to take home 475 today.
Not bad for Nick.
Oh, yeah, not bad. Times 10%. 523. Not quite
It's
enough for
60K.
level 3 though.
Nice. Okay. Well, next time on Hardly Heroes, werewolves. Whoops. Werewolves. Potential werewolf child. Ogres. Silver swords. And who knows what else.
Yeah.
We'll see you then.
All right. Cool.
Bye-bye.